to like 42 a lot. Now it's just way better.
I got like sick of tequila in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, tequila's.
Yeah, this year I don't like Thanksgiving food like that. I was fucking.
Shoot, I guess we're gonna have to like take turns taking shots.
Oh, you ain't got no cups?
Nah.
You know why? I thought it was at HQ, so I'm like, I don't need no cups.
Yeah.
I literally pulled up to y'all shit and I'm like,
It's alcohol. It kills the germs.
one shot and it was smooth as fuck. I was like, damn, this
Is it Migos?
Nah. It's kind of shaped like this, except it's just a clear bottle.
Oh, it's like the higher version of that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We had that at our Halloween party. I don't even think we drank it. Or we drank a little bit. But
That
yeah, it's like
smooth, yeah.
if this is like you know how like Don Julio has like Don Julio.
Yeah.
It's like
Let's turn it off.
I think one of the 42s.
Okay.
Oh shit, my bad.
Jesus.
That was crazy.
I didn't know there
I
was
literally
a
just watched it happen in slow motion. That's like,
Did it go like a shoe?
yeah, for sure.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Fuck, man, I feel bad.
Nah, you're good.
Fuck. Now, welcome back, episode 4, Inaka Power Radio, the waviest podcast in the world. And today we have a special guest, my friend, the strongest man in the world, RUSSWOLE.
Literally and figuratively.
Literally.
Say that again, figuratively?
Figuratively. Literally the strongest man in the world.
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, I'm glad to have you on. A lot of people have been asking for this.
Yeah, this is like the number one. When I asked one time, they were like, damn, we need Russ on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. Like, it's like we should just bring the whole GM podcast back.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you go into our YouTube comments, they're like,
And that would be
"Yo, where's
live.
the
I'm not
GM?"
gonna lie.
I want to do something like that.
Let's do like a full circle moment, like whenever y'all get like everything kind of situated.
'Cause
But
what I was telling Serge the other day, like after you, we have a guest, and then there's like two or three more episodes in December, and we have one guest that we really want to get, and so we might have to fly out to him. Mm-hmm. So if we do that, we have to obviously plan for it. But like in between those episodes, I don't want to like force a guest like every week. Yo, we did Max, then Russ, then
so you have to keep topping guests and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
so I do want to bring like Alex and Matt, and then if we can have Josh on, that'll be dope too.
If we can bring back like,
because honestly, we can
like
set it up out there. A
yeah.
GM episode out there would be wavy.
Because I started thinking about it, like whenever I saw y'all start doing the knockout radio thing, I'm like, bro, there's no way, like, the way that we were currently constructed, Charlie, like, the GM podcast, me, you, Alex, Matt, and for those listening, like, those, like, are just the homies, right? Like, we all had moments during the podcast where we just, like, shitted on it. Not shitted on it, but just, like, we couldn't keep it going.
Yeah, it's hard with 5 or 6. Five people that have, like, it's hard with 5 people, and...
It's super hard because I remember. So I've had a moment on the podcast, and you were there.
Yeah, I remember. I was there for 2 episodes. I was on. I want to say I was on 2, but I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah,
that moment was hilarious.
That one I got tight. So like I got up. I don't get tight very often, but I got pissed. So I got up and I left. But my car was boxed in so much.
I remember that.
That was so funny.
Did you go to your car and just sat in it?
Yeah, no. So look, y'all. So like, I stormed out. Like I'm like, all right, like I'm
what
out.
What happened though? Alex was late, right? I think it was Alex was late, and you were like, yeah. This was like y'all were like,
Alex would piss me off. He'd be like, he was like, well, sometimes he'd come in on the energy of like, all right, let's get this shit going. I gotta go.
Yeah. He was late.
Stop bullshitting. We have no time for games. Let's go.
Mind you, Alex would be like 30 minutes late.
Yeah. I think that day he was late, and he was like on some like, bro, I don't have time to play around. I have this investment. You are wasting my time. And you were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I got tight and I dipped out. And like, I was on some like, I'm going home type shit. And I'm in my car and like, bro, I was so boxed in. It was your car and then someone else's car.
It was at the townhome, right?
Yeah. It was at your townhome and it was so tight. I couldn't leave. And Josh just texted me, bro, please come back. I'm like, nah, fuck y'all. Like, but then I literally could not leave. So I got out of my car And I came back into the room,
funny.
and y'all were just sitting there. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I just sit down. I'm just like mad because like I look stupid.
Yeah.
I do remember that. You said
Bro.
that. I was like, oh shit, maybe he's coming back. Anytime this would happen, I would be in the corner just watching. Like, okay, all right, this is just happening. What's happening now?
Yeah.
I remember you came back. You just sat down and you just required the whole episode, right?
Yeah,
and then we ended up
yeah.
me and you. Then I'm like sitting next to you, and like someone would say, "This was before I actually was on an episode." And then like you were so mad that you were just, I'm sitting next to you. You're just like, "Ant, just take my mic. Just take my mic."
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just,
I was
gave
like,
me your mic. It
Oh
was
yeah,
so
I remember
funny.
that. I remember that.
And then we've had moments where Matt and Alex got into it on an episode. I've exploded on Alex before. There was another time I exploded on Alex. You weren't there. And there's another time we're recording. Shawty's like just packing orders.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's hilarious.
I think we were recording one time in my living room and Ant was downstairs. Someone was downstairs packaging, right?
Yeah, it was Ant and
Noah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
Or we were like moving something in, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it was
that.
probably something like that. Oh, no. I think we were putting, remember when we used to get the belts shipped to your house?
Yeah. And I was like
We
going
were-
downstairs to
yeah.
assist. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Nah, that was, everyone asked about it, and I'm just like literally when I was on 2 episodes, and when y'all first like ended it, people were hitting me up like, yo, when are they bringing it back? Like, hit them up. Like, I was like, man, like, I don't know what to tell you.
That was like the most, like, when we first started this podcast, like, I got a lot of DMs like saying, oh, does this mean the GM podcast is coming back, like reincarnated, like a different name? And I was like, nah, man, that shit's done. That shit's done. I remember when Matt and Alex got in a fight.
Oh my god.
That was a pretty crazy day, man.
Yeah, that was.
That was a crazy day. Where were we?
We were at Corrupted.
Oh yeah,
we were at Corrupted filming.
Alex was like, he was in that bag of trying to go home, right? Or he was trying to go out to dinner.
No, he interrupted Matt mid convo, and like Matt got tight about that and checked him on air, and then like from that point it just went downhill.
Wait, did that video ever make it?
Yeah, it did.
Not that video.
Damn.
There was another one where like that happened again.
Oh, it wasn't a video; it was audio.
Yeah, and Matt like y'all, I wasn't actually there for the recording of that one. I was like in California or something, and then like y'all had y'all moment, and then like that was like on the actual podcast. This one, I don't think it ever came out.
Oh yeah, it didn't. That was the last one, I think.
Yeah, that was the last. That one,
Damn.
like there was no way.
That's like,
They got in a legit battle.
Yeah,
because we're at Corrupted and he has like those 4 chairs in the lobby, and Alex, Russ, Matt, me, and I remember Alex was just like interrupting Matt bad. Like,
Yeah,
like
we were talking about Michael Jackson versus Chris Brown or some shit.
Yeah.
And then Alex goes, "All right, finish up your point because we're done."
I remember that. And Matt was like, Matt went like this. He was like, me? And then I was like, oh shit, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
that's hilarious.
It was a long night because then after that we finished up the podcast and we were like discussing like who was right and who was wrong.
Oh yeah. Then that's when it really started. That was when the battle really started. And then
That's so funny,
Alex
man.
was like, all right, Alex was going to dinner with somebody. I think he was going to Latin night or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
He had to go.
He was wearing the turtleneck.
But I have like, I mean, this is y'all podcast, but I have a segue into that. Like, do you think that you could be boys with someone, or do you think you're only boys with someone if you could fight with them?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, like remember the other day when I think you had left, but we started arguing about like fake shoes and shit, and like,
Are you talking about Charlie's kickback last week? Okay.
Yeah, and so we started arguing about like fake. We weren't. I had a misunderstanding of like what Alex was talking about, but like we started talking about fake shoes and shit like that.
Yeah.
and it gets like kind of heated, and it's like it's only heated because like that's my boy.
Yeah.
Like if someone else was talking to me like that, it's like, yo, yeah, come on now,
Yeah.
relax. I think so, 100%.
Because I was thinking about that. I mean, we've had like a lot of back and forth within our group chat, but it's like we could always kind of like even out and then come back to it. Like the amount of times that we've been at it.
I was thinking about the day that Alex and Josh got in a fight in my apartment. You weren't there.
Oh no, that was when. So that was when I got into it with Alex again.
Really?
That was when Alex like. Shout out to Alex. I'm sure Alex.
Yeah,
listens.
Alex is definitely listening.
Yeah, Alex
Definitely listening.
Yeah, he's gonna hit the chat winning a fight.
Yeah, he's gonna be laughing. I
Yeah,
already know.
but the thing is, okay, so the other time me and Alex got into it, he was like catching. I told him like, I don't know. I said like, yo, like let me introduce a topic or something along those lines, and he got tight because he thought that he was the moderator, right? So he stopped talking during the whole podcast. Like we're sitting down for 2 hours. Like we have one person not talking.
Yeah.
So I literally went like this. I'm like, hold on, everyone. Yo, you gonna speak?
Oh my god.
And
Yeah,
then he goes, I'm here, bro. I'm here, bro. Like I'm, doing my thing. I was like, nah, fuck that. Like you're not talking, bro. Like I'm not about to do this shit. If you're not gonna talk, I'm out.
So you got up and left?
Yeah, I got up and left because when I get mad, like it happens very fast. Like I've already been patient with you. So then once I get mad, I'm like pissed. So I wanted to fight at that point, but I'm not finna fight him. So I got up and left. So then Josh stayed, and then
Josh stayed, and Josh like tried to like. Josh was good at like whenever we were like, oh, they would argue. I never really fought with anyone, but like whenever they would argue, he would like take over and like make it seem like nothing was going on. And I remember Josh tried to like carry like the mediator role, and I think Alex was just annoying him so much. So we cut the episode short, and Josh just like went off on Alex. And man, I don't know if I should tell this story.
No, don't tell it. Don't tell it.
This story is funny. It's funny.
Oh man,
this story is crazy.
That one should be left just like
lost file.
Yeah, lost file amongst the homies.
Oh
so
my
funny.
God.
All you gotta know is that we die about this podcast shit.
That story was crazy.
Yeah, I think Alex is like, he's like, I feel like he's always like in an argument with someone. He's a
dynamic character.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's very argumentative. Yeah. But that's my boy though.
Yeah,
I fuck with Alex.
That's the homie.
But yeah. Why do y'all think it like outside of just like obviously y'all two are I don't want to say y'all two the most busiest, but like both of y'all are running a company. Then Alex is running a company too. Actually, I don't want to say that, but what do you think was like the catalyst of to like why the GM podcast couldn't get everyone on the same page towards the end?
I think it's like conflicting schedules, and then our friend dynamic is just different.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you put us in I don't know, man. Like what would you say, Charlotte? Because I was thinking about the other day. I'm like,
I think speaking from I can only speak from my personal perspective, but as the GM pod, man, we were killing it. I think we were averaging like 10K listens per show. It was insane. Yeah, like nice. Honestly, obviously, like I was part of the reason why it didn't work out, but till this day, I'm very upset that it didn't work out because like that was a very, very good podcast. You never know, man. It might come back in the future. Yeah. Who knows? Hopefully, when we're all like in a better place. But we just got busy. I think with me and Inaka, like I was at a point where I had to make a decision with everything in my life, including the podcast, and I had to tell myself, all right, so like I can make time for certain things, but at the end of the day, I have to keep Inaka fast. That's the only way it's going to get to where I need it to be. And hence why we started this podcast, because I feel like now I'm able to like kind of relax, exhale, and kind of have free time to kind of do things that I want to do, because I have people in places that can help me out. Back then, it was just me and Sam and Ant and Noah, RIP. So,
funny story. He DM'd me last night, or he DM'd me 2 nights ago, because Hat Club's like restocking these hats. He's like, man, we started talking about the hat, and then he's like, yo, how's the podcast? And I was like, oh, it's good. Like this week we're gonna have Russ. Like we've been consistent. He's like, yeah, man, I have to check it out. I haven't watched it. And I was like, cool. He's like, but my boy sent me that clip from the first episode when we were like RIP Noah.
Oh shit, he's definitely listening.
Yeah, he definitely listens. He's gonna listen to this one for sure.
RIP Noah.
RIP Noah, man.
But yeah, we started getting busy. Russell had GBT. He was in the process of getting his gym ready for everything. Alex was like doing stuff with his business. Josh was trying to get into school at the time. He was about to move as well. Matt was doing his own thing with physical therapy school. So we were just really busy, man. And I think we all wanted to put the GM podcast first, but in the position that we were in at that time, damn, this tequila shot's coming up.
Yeah, I'm about to take a shot.
At the position that we were at that time, it was just impossible to put the GM podcast first. But I will say that it was a legendary podcast, and there were a lot of good episodes, and there's like 40 episodes if you guys ever want to go back and listen.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Now that I think about it, that's a perfect way to put it. We were all like in different spaces of our lives. Like, you're transitioning into like putting Inaka like 100%. Like this is what I do, point blank, period. I was shifting gears. It wasn't actually. I had a decent amount of free time at that time. It's just I think the energies that would come in at the moment, like you got Alex might come in because he's kind of tight about maybe some things not going right or like, whatever. Charlie might be constricted on time, or maybe he can't even pull up on a certain date, or he forgets like an episode's supposed to happen. And then we will have those like different dynamics. And when you come into a room, bro, like pre-pod, like we're talking, we're chopping it up. If someone's on some fuck shit, like
It kills the whole vibe.
It kills the whole
fucking vibe. So like you're literally talking on camera with someone that does not want to talk.
Yeah.
It's like we'll be chopping it up, and it's like I'm looking at people. I'm like, bro, like, you good?
And that irks you when you're like into the podcast and you look over and someone doesn't care. It affects you for sure.
I think if y'all had like video too, it'd be even worse, because then you can visibly see like, yo, this dude doesn't even want to be here. It definitely kills the whole dynamic.
Kills the vibe. And then like and then just our friendship alone, like our friendship dynamic, like we'll Also too, what killed it was that like we would be talking on a weekly basis, right? And we have a chat that we constantly talk in. Bro, that chat was dead when the GM podcast was rolling. Like, so that was like another dynamic to it that a lot of people don't really realize when you have a podcast with your homies. Like, you don't talk as much because you want to save all that content for when you actually get on the mic.
Yeah. We talk, like me and Charlie talk a lot. Luckily though, when we have a guest, it's kind of like not too much like current events, because yours was set up basically like discussing current events. So like luckily we can talk about the GM podcast. It's not like current, you know what I mean? So
facts.
Yeah, everyone was telling me like when we started, like everyone was like, yeah, Charlie's gonna be the reason 5 episodes in you're gonna be by yourself. I think now, because it's kind of like, it's almost like work now, you know? So it's like,
it is. Now I look at it, especially because it's carrying the brand name. It's like I look at it now more not as work, but it's definitely a part of the brand, and it represents who I am and who we are. And I mean, especially since people are enjoying it, and we're starting to grow more listeners each week. I'm treating it more like business and a fun time. It's mixing fun, business with pleasure. So it's fun. It's definitely something and then now, like I feel like I said, to go back to the GM podcast, reason why it didn't work out in the beginning, that was like a year or two ago. Now I'm in a much better place mentally, physically, emotionally, to where I feel like I have the time and the freedom to do so, especially if we're doing it just one time a week. So I think it's going to take us really cool places, and it's cool to be able to like still incorporate like people like Russell and other guests that we're going to have in the future too. So
yeah.
For sure, man. You want to take a shot for the RIP of GM?
I was gonna say too, because I got this for celebration. To be honest, like
we've had 2 guests, and this is the first guest that brought us a gift. So.
Because
take notes.
The way I looked at it, the way I looked at it, right? Because I've known y'all like. Remember we were back at like Rubio's like trap house.
It was us 3 for a little bit.
So I remember like, for those of y'all that don't know, we used to share the same space, and like I was there like when Ant was like packaging orders and doing shit like that, and Charlie is like trapping out his crib. So I want, like when I came here, I was like, bro, I want to like celebrate them, because I feel like y'all have literally taken it from the ground all the way up to where it's at now. So I'm just like, bro, that calls for shots. That calls for like some.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, I was telling, because me and Lex also have a chat with Crank, his boy. So me and Lex are really, really close, and like. I hadn't seen you at before that kickback for like, I want to say like a month, maybe a month and a half.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah.
A long ass time.
Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
And like we kind of like talk back and forth on IG sometimes, but it's not.
Nah, fuck that. Get into them.
Bro, come on, one more.
Like not nothing too heavy, just like a little bit.
Fuck. But yeah, we discuss like kind of on IG, but like me and you don't really like, we're not talking all the time.
Yeah.
But when you were like, yo, like Ant's not little bro anymore, I was like, yo, I text Lex, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I appreciated that.
I didn't know how you were taking that.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you were taking that.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah,
I didn't think of it like, oh, I used to be little bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like back when, like going back, like Ant came in like. Can you pass that? Yeah, I got you.
It's supposed to go like this.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bell?
Mm-hmm. Let him know you just took a shot.
Like a bad bitch. Nah, so like we were at the kickback, and I was just telling Ant, I'm like, bro, you're not a little bro no more. Like we gotta come at you with respect. Like, not that we weren't coming at you with respect before, but it's like you've earned your position to where you're at now. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, you're not a little bro no more. Like, and I kept saying that. I forgot what else I said, but it was just more so like appreciating your hard work, and then like just acknowledging the value that you bring to Knock and all that. So,
yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I remember.
No, you got it.
You sure?
Yeah. People say I cut people off sometimes. I'm like, nah.
I just wanted to tell back to what Russell said before we move on. I remember, just to paint a picture, back in 2019, we were at one of our friends, Rubio, super kind guy. Part of the reason why we're here today is because of Rubio, because
For sure.
he lended an open hand to like let me use a lot of his facilities to kind of help grow the brand Inaka, and I'm forever thankful for that. And he still helps me till today. So huge shout out to Rubio. But back then, his family owns a trucking business, and one of their properties in Houston, a very interesting, rough part of Houston, we were able to like lease out. Not even lease out. I didn't pay a dime. We were able to like just take up. Actually, I paid money towards like the end, like the last 4 months. But like before that, like he would just let me like lease everything. He would just give it to me for free. And there was a time where I think me and Russell was like struggling with space. Were you trapping out your apartment?
Yeah, I was trapping in my apartment too.
So we were both trapping out of our apartments in townhomes. So like I moved in, and Russell like I think you kept mentioning how you needed space.
Yeah.
And I just kept offering, and then finally he brought in part of his inventory. Actually, he brought in all his inventory to like less than 400 square feet. It was like
small,
100 square feet.
It's like
a shack space that we had for GBT and Inaka. So for a minute, we were running Inaka and GBT out of the same 100 square feet like closet.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that we both came from that to like where we are today. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
But
I was telling my dad. You can go.
No. You got it. I was finna cut you off. You get it.
I was telling my dad that we were gonna have you on the pod.
Yeah.
And I remember, because like when I started for Inaka, I was there for free pretty much. Like Charlie would try to pay me every time, and I was like, "Nah, you're good." And I remember, then I built your racks for free, and I was just like, "Yo, just give me merch, like whatever."
Yeah.
And then there was one time I'll never forget it. You couldn't come, like, because there was times when like he would pull up later, but me and you were there early.
Yeah.
And there was a time when like, do you remember when the boxes were set up like in the actual office?
Oh yeah.
Like we had boxes, remember? Like,
yeah,
we had actual, like,
that's when
it was like getting
that was
tight.
when it was too much. Yeah.
And we had to cut them off. Like I had to cut all the boxes down and then throw them away. And I was like, nah, don't worry about it. I got you. And you somehow, like, I don't know if I sent you my PayPal or you got it from Charlie, but you sent me $500. Like, you sent me $500.
I remember you asking me for it because you were like, damn, like, Aunt, like, really helped me out. Like,
yeah.
Because it was like a lot of boxes, but I was like, fuck it. I mean, like those days were like, it wasn't a full day of work. It was you can get there and it was like 20 orders overnight. So we would like knock them out and then be chilling. And I remember in the mornings you would always play First Take.
Yeah, First
Take was always playing. Like we would be packaging orders together and you'd be playing First Take.
Yeah.
With or without internet.
Yeah, facts.
Barely had internet.
Like in and out for sure.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. I mean, like, honestly, like, because whenever Charlie hits the chat and talks about like, you know, what Inaka is doing and like the accomplishments and all that, it's more so for me, it's like, I'm like, damn, like, I didn't know that was possible. Or like, damn, I didn't know it could get like that. Like, damn, like, for real. Like, it's almost like an awakening. Cause like sometimes you put a ceiling of what's possible and then you got someone like in your friend group or someone that you know and they just shatter that shit. And you're like, oh, okay, like, oh shit, I could do that too. Like, okay, if I apply myself in this way, like I could get to something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost just like, once again, me just appreciating y'all because I feel like in my friend group, I have people that motivate me at the end of the day. Like you want to be friends with people that kind of push your kind of like your imagination and what's possible in life. So it's just always like, damn, like,
and that's the main reason why I do it. I think because I come from a similar positions. For me, growing up in 2014, 2015, I hung around Christian a lot.
Yeah.
And at that time it was just me and Christian. And then of course like all the other people that like Derek, Tim, all the other people, Javon at the time. I hung around those people a lot, and I'd like to say I was probably one of the closest people to Christian. And I remember seeing what Outfleet was doing at that time and how young we were at that time, and seeing the numbers, the amount of orders, the growth, everything, and just thinking to myself like, damn, this probably won't ever be my life, but let me just sit here and just soak it in, because like this is amazing to see. Like I've never seen some shit like this in my entire life. Like at the time I was working for my dad, and to me, my dad had a successful business. So for me, I thought that was the epitome of life. So to see Christian kind of surpass that and then do triple, quadruple, just a lot more than that, I was like, okay, this guy's a legend. And I remember that feeling of just like wanting it, but also telling myself I can't be it because he's already taken that spot. So for me, I think when Inaka started, I had no idea, and I didn't expect for it to do the things that it's done now. But I remember when I started realizing, okay, like we have something good. This is something good. This is something that's going to actually pop off. For me, I was like, okay, let me just share. And I don't care. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I care about Josh. I care about Matt. I care about Alex, but they're also in different realms. Like they're not in our realm, you and Russ, me and Russ and I. So for me, I know I started in the trap of Russ. We started together. I remember when we did our first Q&A together at Alpha Elite, the first Alpha Elite gym in 2015. I remember that. I remember we started at the same time. So for me, like the person to me that inspired me and motivated me to like get to where I'm at today was Christian. I'll never, like, as much as people want to say about that, Christian is the reason I'm here today, and I'll never take that. I'll never take that away from him. But the person that inspired me was Christian. So for me, I was like, okay, I know Russ is in the same realm as me, and I know that we both do the same thing. I want to show to him that it's possible, man, especially people of our color in this industry where there's no CEOs that are black. Seriously, like, come on. There's no CEOs that are black outside of me and Russell. There's really no boss man in the in the fitness industry that handles shit the way we handle shit. Yeah. And for me, I was like, I got to show and share with Russell. Of course, Matt and all of them, they can see it too, but I got to share with Russell and show him that, man, this shit is possible. Like, this shit is really possible. And like, I'm not saying that, like, I'm not knocking anyone down, because I know you already have a very, 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 very successful brand. But like, for me, it's just, it's inspiration. I just remember what Christian was for me, and I feel like I can help someone else as well. So that's the reason I do it. Just
to piggyback off of that, like, I mean, like, not on some like funny shit, but like, you've become that for me. Like, when I came in, Christian brought me in, but I wasn't like a Christian fanboy. Like, I wasn't watching Alpha Elite like that. Like, I didn't even know about Alpha Elite, to be honest. I was watching people on a different spectrum of fitness, but I appreciated what Christian was able to bring to to like the game, because Christian is a maniac. Like, Christian works hard as fuck. Like, that's undeniable. I've never seen a human being work as hard. Like, he'll work himself to death. Like, literally. So like literally,
he's definitely worked himself to zero pulse.
Yeah, that's literally not even a joke. So just appreciating what Christian's able to do, but at the same time, like, I think that tree, it's like, okay, so Christian's at the top here, then it branches out. Now Shali's over here. So I'm more kind of like, I'm more in the realm of Shali. Like I like the vibe. Like, we have the same type of street. I'm gonna talk like from the hood or some shit. But we come from the same block. We came from the same block. You know what I'm saying? Like Houston. But no, what I'm referring to is just like what we're interested in. Like the type of fashion that we like, sports, like all that kind of stuff. So I'm seeing Shali over here, and like, you build this brand, and it's like, I'm like, damn, like I didn't think that shit was possible. So I take that, and I'm like, well, okay, if he could do that, like, I could definitely do that as well. Yeah. And to your credit, bro, like, if you ever come up on anything new, like, whether it's like you're working with a lawyer or a tax person or a marketer, or like you have some ideas about the NFTs that we were talking about earlier or whatever, like, you'll drop that in the chat, and you'll include like GBT and me in that. You're like, bro, I think y'all should be doing this, or like, bro, we could all be doing like all that kind of stuff. So I think sometimes you just need to be shown what's possible, and it gives you that courage, and it gives you that inspiration to then go and do it. Exactly. So yeah, that's the reason why, like, whenever you hit the chat with like the accomplishments, I'm just like, I literally sit there, I'm like, damn, like, it's genuine like happiness. Like, it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, I just remember when you brought the idea and concept of Inaka.
Yeah, like, it wasn't.
Do you remember?
It was. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Kickback.
Yeah. It was a kickback at my apartment, like in 2015. Or 2016, actually. Yeah. It was like, at the time I was living with like an ex, and I remember, bro, I had a tiny ass apartment. Remember that apartment?
Yeah, I don't know how we would have like 7 people in that thing.
I had a tiny ass like 600 square feet apartment. I had this blue couch that like, man, I finally got rid of it like this year actually. I finally got rid of it this year, and I remember like back then like we would chill. Sometimes S Motion would come. And he would just like sit in the corner of the couch.
Kickback with S Motion is crazy.
No, it was crazy.
He wouldn't say anything.
Yeah. He wouldn't talk the entire time. We would like probably watch like Conor McGregor fights or some shit. We would just like kick back. Like I think at that time I was like the only one that had an apartment, right?
I think so.
No, that time,
I had an apartment too, but like I don't want to be invited.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, don't play me. I had an apartment." He was like, "Yeah, don't play me. I had an apartment."
Damn, I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
all right, babe. Okay, yeah, you did. But I remember like, yeah, that when we, I was like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna start a knee sleeve brand."
Yeah,
and I was just even me saying it at the time. When I remember, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I just said, but I'm gonna throw that into the atmosphere and see what my niggas say.
It was awkward because everyone in the room, like, we were just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see the vision, man.
And then y'all asked me the name, and I was like, Inaka. You're
oh
like,
my god,
that probably was even worse.
Yeah, no, that was bad. Yeah, I like not even. It wasn't even on some hater shit. It was just like, fuck, man. Like I don't know.
That might
so then I think was Josh there?
Everyone was there.
Yeah, I think Josh.
That was crazy.
We just touch hands.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was crazy.
that was wild.
Bro, both our hands.
Yeah, I was like,
did y'all interlock?
It was like an
ET type of.
Yeah.
Like, you know
what's that one painting? When like, fuck, the painting when like Jesus like.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah, that was really weird. But Josh goes like, what does that mean? And he goes, what did you say? It's like an African language, right?
Yeah. So Inaki means like gorilla, and like I'm pretty sure it's Yoruba.
Okay.
And we kind of tapped out the I and switched with the A and said Inaka. I'm tipsy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Pretty Inaka, and that's how it kind of came about. But I remember explaining to y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't like a well received. It's not like we were sitting there like clapping him. Like,
no.
We were just kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
And then like I remember we went out to our cars and shit. Like, now we weren't talking shit, but it's like,
yeah, I know that vibe.
Yeah, you know this. But it's like, man, like, what is he doing? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, shit could work though. Like, I don't know.
I didn't know what I was doing, man.
Yeah.
I truly, and at that time, I didn't even have samples to show them. So it was just like it
was a concept.
It was just like an image in my head, and I remember thinking at that time, because S Motion was the guy that kind of originally brought the idea to me. And I was like, bro, man, Sam, if you make me look stupid, man, I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. Like, if you make me look stupid, man,
name on it, yeah.
Bro, this is my name getting down to the industry. And at that time, I was very, I cared a lot about like my name in the industry, because I was still trying to fit in. So at the time, I was just like, man, like, my dudes, they kind of, I can tell. Y'all didn't have to tell me. I didn't know. I knew that y'all probably talked about that on the way to the car. I was just in bed. I was like, man, am I doing the right thing? And I just like, you know what, man? Like, I remember I was listening to someone at the time, a motivational speaker, and thank God I was listening to it, because I remember them saying, and I've told people this all the time, and because this is the thing that kind of got me going. I was listening to someone, I don't know who it was, and they were saying like, when thinking of starting a business and you're doubting yourself and you're questioning yourself, like, what's the worst that can happen? Obviously it fails. There's a no, it fails, whatever, it doesn't work out. But would you rather live with the fact that you never tried, or live with the fact that it was just a thought? Live with the fact that you never tried, or live with the fact that you tried and it failed, but at least you tried your best. And I remember I just kept telling myself that, and I kept telling Sam that, and Sam, we kept that same mutual energy, and thank God we did, because I mean, obviously what happened, but yeah, I remember it was just a crazy time.
Yeah.
Going back to what y'all were saying about like looking up to people, like y'all are both that for me. Do you remember when I met you the first time before?
Yeah,
Did you do the thing where you like weren't looking at him?
That never happened, man. Dude, he thinks that like when I met him, I didn't look at him.
Yeah, nah. No, you're actually pretty smooth. Like,
it was at H&M, right?
Yeah, it was at H&M,
so
bro.
So I'm at the Galleria. This was when The Life of Pablo dropped. So The Life of Pablo, they did a pop-up. This was
2017?
2016, I think.
Yeah.
I was still in high school, or maybe I just graduated. And The Life of Pablo pop-up like for the merch was at the Galleria.
Oh, so you met him before you met me?
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, like I used to like I watched you and Russell like at the same time.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you might have been more consistent on YouTube than he was at the time.
Yeah, at that time I was pushing YouTube
Yeah.
super hard.
And so the Life of Pablo, the line was so long. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just go into the mall. Like I don't even care anymore. And I was walking into H&M and you were checking out, and I was like, and I used to watch your shit like all the time, and I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, pause that. I was like, man, it's Russell, like. And so I went up to you and I was like, bro, like, I forgot what I said, but I know I FaceTimed my dad because
you did.
My dad got like, so like the thing about my dad, and my dad's probably watching this, so shout out dad. My dad watched CG.
Yeah.
And then he introduced me to CG, and that's how I found y'all. So I would tell my dad about like, yo, this is what I'm watching, whatever. So I FaceTime him. He was at work. He's probably like, what the fuck is Aunt calling me for? Like, but whatever. But like, yeah, so like growing up, I don't want to say growing up, but like watching y'all as fans, and then when I was around y'all, I was like, damn, like I'm really around. Like even I text y'all the other day because I used to watch Max, and then like I'm now chilling with Max. Like that's the homie now. Like we're going out, whatever, and it's like so crazy to me every time. Like I have to take a step back sometimes because like I remember my friend group in high school. I don't want to say I didn't fit in with them, but like it was like our friend group, and then it was kind of like I was always feeling like I was not trying to fit in, but like I just didn't, honestly. Or like they would try to like little bro me or something, and like y'all two in particular never really did. Even Alex and Matt, Josh too. Like nobody ever really made me feel like on some weird shit. And at this time I was looking up to y'all, and y'all just kind of embraced me like a little bro. Like, yeah. So no, I mean I look up to both you guys still to this day. So I mean,
I appreciate it.
So when it's like,
What?
You said peace, right? Or what did you just say?
No,
Preach.
and that was him.
And I said, I said appreciate it.
Oh, you get two black guys confused, huh?
We don't all look the same, dog.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I didn't know you were a racist.
No, but like little words of like, yo, appreciation is dope, because it's like, damn, I used to look up to you and shit. I used to like watch you and like be a fan of
I remember when Russ was and this probably we should probably like I don't care.
Nah, let it off.
But I remember when Russ
what the fuck is about to happen?
Yeah,
no, it's nothing crazy.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing crazy. I just remember when like you would upload. I just remember. You remember your videos from back in the day?
Oh man,
bro, it would be great if we could just like put one of his videos right now.
Yeah, a little clip.
Like 2015 Russ, like, bro, like your videos were just like. This is back when he was getting like just like 500 views a day, like, but you were uploading every single day.
You're uploading.
And I remember when like the way that
the Camaro.
So Christian, the way I introduced him to Christian was like, I think I wanted to. It was 2015, I think, and we were trying to open the gym, the first ever Alpha League gym, and I remember I kept telling Christian, I think I reached out to you once and I was like, yo, come to the opening.
Yeah, you
and
did.
You kind of just was like, yeah. And I didn't get the vibe of you actually wanting to come. So I kind of was like, you're right. He I didn't have a lot of followers at the time. So I was like, okay, like he probably didn't think I was serious or I was like anyone cool. So I'm going to let Christian reach out to him. So I went to Christian and I was like, yo, like, check this dude out, man. He's fucking swole, bro. He lifts like 6 plates on each side on leg or squatting, bro. 5 plates on each side on squatting. He could do it for reps. And I remember showing the videos to Christian, and Christian was just like, "Damn, who's that?" And I was like, "His name is RUSSWOLE. He goes to U of H with me." He's like, "Oh shit, man. We should definitely have him come out for the opening gym." And I think Christian reached out to you.
Nah.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, then I think I reached out to him again. I was like, yo, please. Like,
yeah, you did. Yeah.
I was like, come out, man. Like, for real. Like, Christian really wants you to be here. Just come out, man. All you have to do is come lift, come work out. Just pull out. Like, pull up, I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're tipsy, man.
Yo.
Yeah.
Why are you thinking about, like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
It makes you say pull out.
Yo, the way that he was explaining you, too, was a little crazy. Yeah, man, he left 6 plates on each side.
No, just pull up. Just pull up. But, yeah, I remember that day when you pulled up and, was that the day? No, that was in the Spider-Man day.
You're a hoe.
Yo, I'm gonna send you the photo. You gotta,
bro. That happened, and then the rest was history from there. I mean, He worked out. We all worked out there every single. That was the best time, man.
That honestly, when you
That
go
was the
back to them
best
times,
era
bro,
of
that was some good time. Like, you weren't worried about shit.
Nope.
You're just trying to make it. Like, you're just out here trying to get them followers up and like grinding. So I remember like when you hit me, you're like, yo, like we should work out some time or whatever. You hit me like way before that because you noticed that we both work at U of H.
The rec, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, for sure, but it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then you told me about this gym opening up, and at the time, I wasn't really following Christian like that. Like, I didn't know who he was. I actually figured out who he was through Logan.
Lester?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She had a photo shoot with Christian, and like it got put up on something, and like I'm like, who's this fitness dude? And
The Naturally Fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, what?
That was the magazine they did, I think. Naturally Fit.
Oh, I think they said it wasn't actually fit. I was like, fuck.
Oh, no. Naturally Fit.
Got you. So yeah, I found Christian through that. And I actually wasn't gonna go to the gym opening, but you hit me and you're like, yo, come through. So I came through, and it was weird because like I pulled up and then he goes, oh, like I know who you are, da da da. I'm like, oh shit, like because he has, I mean, like I knew he had a shit ton of followers. Time, he was CG. So I was like, oh shit. So that's when I met you, and then I met Javon, and like it was weird because like we were just instantly cool.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like it wasn't a transitional period to where it's like I'm trying to feel you out or whatever. And Javon's just yeah, there's a lot of possible moments. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Javon was just like, yo, like go all out, like what you trying to do today? I'm like, I'm just trying to squat so and so. So
that's when he was doing like the opening day video?
Yeah, the opening day video. So that's when I did my opening day video, and then like that got traction, and that's when people started watching me. And at that time I was uploading like daily.
Like,
that opening day video, like would you say it changed your life?
Nah, I would say it was like a transition because at the time, like I was creating videos and like no one was watching, like you said.
Yeah.
And that video was like slowly kind of turning people's heads, like, oh, who the fuck was that? Because I remember going to the comment section, like, oh, who the fuck was that? Da, da, da. And then I created my own grand opening video, and like out of all the people that created their video, because there was a fuck ton of people that day, like mine had the most views. So I kept working out, I kept grinding. I mean, you were there.
You were Drive to Athlete every day.
And at this time I was in college. Like I was a third year. I was third year in college, and I literally said, fuck school. Like, fuck school. I'm literally gonna come work out for 5 hours a day, film, record, and then like edit, and then bring it up the next day. So that's when I was doing it every day. And my life changed whenever Christian made me the first athlete.
Oh yeah. I remember that because you had that. Remember that song? You can tell everybody.
Yeah, that athlete video is
that athlete video. So when that dropped and like they announced to me,
bro,
and all that,
you were like a chocolate M&M. Remember that? Because you know what's crazy when I say that? Because on TV at that time, that was the commercial song for that chocolate M&M that came out.
Yeah,
and like they were doing like slow mos of his body, like with no shirt on and shit. Yeah, that was the song. And you can tell everybody.
CG saw that. CG saw that Eminem commercial. Was like, I know the guy.
Oh my god, man, that time was so fucking crazy. It's like I got signed to Nike at that point. Like,
oh man, that was a crazy time.
And I remember when Christian showed me that video, we were like in his office. It was me and Josh actually. Like Josh was in town, and then
did everyone cry?
Yeah, me and Josh cried like we fucking got signed to Nike. Like, Josh is like, bro, you fucking made it. Da, da, da. Like, I was like,
that was a crazy time, man.
It was a crazy time, man.
But it was like a really crazy time. Like it was like a good moment. Like I remember that video, and I remember you watched it first, and then everyone else watched it. And
everyone was like, "Fuck, man, that was a good ass."
It was insane. Like we were just like, "Damn!" Like that was inspirational. Like that was crazy.
I'm not even trying to flex. I feel like out of the athlete videos, like
that was definitely
that was like the most. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was the more sentimental one. Like you know what I'm saying? But after that, like my follower, like I remember I was at like 3,000 or 4,000. That shit jumped up to 20K like an hour or two. Like
it was insane.
Yeah, I remember because I think I was like, I want to say, I think it was like around Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah,
I was at a dinner and my phone, like I opened up Instagram and my phone got hot.
Like it just froze.
Yeah, it froze and then it died. I don't know what. I don't know
just
what the
like
fuck
too
happened.
many notifications.
Yeah.
Metaverse.
Yeah. So then I plugged it back in. I saw. I was like, 20K followers.
Like, did you believe it? Like, how's that feeling of like looking at your phone?
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was just so shook.
Yeah.
So that's when everything kind of shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Damn, I forgot.
I do want to. Yeah, you're
That was
crazy.
wild.
I want to ask, like, what led you to drop out? Because, like, I know. So you're at UTSA, right?
No, I was at U of H.
Oh no, Texas Tech. You're at Tech before,
Tech,
right?
Yeah.
So you're at Tech. Then you were on the you tried out for the football team,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You didn't make it, or you did?
So I made it. Like I was in spring ball.
Yeah.
And it was like me and some other dude that was going to get a scholarship to move on.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was like, I'd already invested my life into the gym.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those things where I felt like a stray dog. Like you're chasing a car.
Yeah.
And like once you get to the car, you don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm like, bro, I'm here at practice. I'd rather be in the gym. Mm-hmm. And I remember I went to the coach's office. I'm like, yeah, like I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. He's like,
So, what made you transition to UH, and then from transitioning to UH, what made you drop out and do fitness full time?
yeah. So please, people watching, like, don't recreate this.
Yeah.
Like, please don't look at this situation and be like, that's me right now, bro. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, like, Tech, for people that don't know, is fucking far from Houston. Like that shit is like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if I'm not gonna play football here, like I might as well just go back home. So my mindset was like, I'm gonna go back home and start establishing like what I want to do there, because if I can link with people and like talk to people and create like that space in Houston, it'll benefit me. So, so I was like, let me go back to Houston, right? I got to Houston. At this point, I'm already watching people like Max, Bradley Martin, CT Fletcher, Mike Rashid, like all these dudes, and I'm seeing that it's possible to like do things in this space, right? So I was only in school for kinesiology. And I started, whenever Athlete opened, I started going there, started getting traction, became an athlete. And I was like, I'm going to school for this, but I'm already doing it in real life. Like, why would I keep spending bread to go to school when I'm like with people that get the degree that I'm going to get would wish to be in the position I'm in right now? So I was like,
Kind of like a no brainer.
yeah, I was like, honestly, like I'm gonna drop out. And it was so weird because I shit you not, bro. Like I would be an athlete for 5 hours, like
Bro,
working.
Yeah.
He would, man. I wouldn't even argue more, but he
no,
would get
probably
there at
more.
like 9 a.m. and leave at like 8 p.m. sometimes. Were there at least a couple days where you did that?
Yeah, there's a couple. I'm not. Yeah, there was a couple days where I pull up at like probably 10. And the thing is, like, I was filming everything myself. Like, I would record like multiple different angles. Like, I would literally have like 8 set workouts because like I'm recording different angles. And I'm like, oh fuck, I wasn't focusing that angle. Let me run it back. So I would do that, take that footage, go home, edit, and then upload the following day. So like when you think about it, it's kind of like a full I'm not a fucking videographer. I'm not a videographer or editor. So
That's a full, that's a full type of thing.
So I would literally report there at 10 and leave at like fucking 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
Do you think that grind, like, where do you think that grind came from? Like, were you born with, like, I mean, because that's a grind. That's not an average person's not like, let me set up this camera and then let me make sure I set, like, because you would have to set up the camera, drive into the gym, park, go grab your, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a grind at the end of the day. Like, where do you think that came from as far as just, like, obviously that's before even getting into, like, recording YouTube. So, like, where do you think that came from?
I think it's like my parents, to be honest, like Nigerian parents, immigrants, people that came down here. Also too, like the way I look at it is like, I know I'm not the most talented individual. Like, I don't think I'm the most talented or most gifted. So the way I approach things, it's like, you have to work like an underdog. Like, you just have to outwork people. So the way I viewed it was like, I have to make up for what I don't have. So I'm coming into the gym. I'm like, well, you know, I might not look the best or whatever, but I'm finna put in the work and put in the hours and just consistently hit you with content. Mm-hmm. So it's like at some point you have to admire something about that. So that's kind of where it comes from, man. Like I always approach things thinking like, I fucking suck at this. Like you got to put in your 10,000 training. So
yeah, I think since I met you, even watching you, do always give off that like underdog. Now I can tell you don't. Not that you're not I know you're not an underdog at all anymore.
Yeah.
But I can tell you're starting to know that, okay, like, I'm kind of, like, especially in, like, the powerlifting community, like, now you know, okay, I'm really the GOAT at this shit at this point. I can tell from the IG post.
I'm him.
Exactly. But, like, yeah, you've always had, I feel like, that underdog type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, was there ever, like, a position that you were in where you were, like, the underdog and you overcame something? Or was it just, like,
I put stuff in my head to overcome, to be honest
Yeah.
with me. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I feel like, I don't know, I wish it wasn't like that. Like, I wish I could operate from a space of just like joy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like that's such a hard thing to continue. I don't know if you do this, Charlie, but like, I literally just operate of like, people think I can't do this, or people think that like,
I do.
yeah. And I don't know if that's like a good thing or what.
I think I saw Hayden tweet something like
He
that.
did.
Too.
He
Yeah,
did.
right.
I'm like, bro, like I feel it's 100%. Like I literally have to create an enemy for me to succeed.
Yeah.
I feel like I when it comes to business, I feel like there's people I have to prove wrong, even though there's no one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just feel like
No. He's like, man, I'm proving the haters wrong.
Yeah,
No
bro,
haters.
everyone's
Yeah.
showing
Zero
love and
haters.
shit.
Zero haters. Zero. I mean, I don't know. Not that I know of. There's no one
Yeah.
that like really doubts me or anything like that. I mean, I just feel like that puts more like
Pressure, right?
pressure on me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
like for powerlifting, like I could be favored, and I'm still tweeting and like
Yeah.
posting like motherfuckers are doubting me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where.
100 comments like, yo, you got this. You don't know. Yeah.
And I'll focus on that one motherfucker
Yeah.
that's saying like, oh, so and so's gonna win.
Yeah.
yeah, you.
I
But
feel
all
you.
it takes is one
Yeah,
person.
it
One
takes
to-
one
person,
fucking
you could
person.
just zero in on them for sure, man.
Yeah, that shit is it's I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I could just operate from a place of joy. But then like the times that I've operated from a place of joy, I didn't really fuck with it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really like it as much.
Yeah, 100%. I can feel that because it's like sometimes like when you have to prove someone wrong, you make it a point. Like even though they're not even worth proving wrong,
Exactly.
Like it's
Exactly.
really truly not even worth trying to go out and be like, yo, I was right, you were wrong, whatever.
Yeah.
But like it gives you that extra like type of motivation, like 100%.
You know why I think it's kind of bad sometimes though, because like when you succeed, like you'll be like you won't even be happy you won't be happy you succeeded. You're just trying to shit on that person.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So then it becomes about that person. It's like, for example, right? Let's say someone goes, oh, Inaka's gonna fail. So then when it succeeds, you're not even happy it succeeded. You're just like, see, motherfucker, I told you this shit was gonna
Yeah,
work. Like,
so
da, da, da.
it dilutes.
Yeah, it dilutes what
Yeah.
you just did. So you're just focusing on that one individual instead of
It's
like
very true.
just accepting and enjoying the accomplishment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because for me, like I don't enjoy winning. Like I really don't. It's almost like a relief. Because it's like I've talked about this too many times, but
You enjoy beating people more. Not
I do.
winning, but like I
No,
understand what you're
for
saying.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about
Very
winning.
competitive.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
So like this one dude predicted someone else was gonna win. So much so he put it as like his profile picture, right? Bro, I didn't give a fuck about nothing else except for proving him wrong. Like I didn't even care I won. And I remember in the meet, like I wasn't even happy. Like I was sitting there and like I knew I was about to win, but I was like pissed. And I'm like, should it be like this? Like
Yeah, that's
I finished this shit and I'm like, okay, like I'm not even happy I won. I'm just happy I proved that motherfucker wrong. And I was so focused on memeing him because I memed him after. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
I
I really
remember
thought
that.
about it. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, is this how you should operate? It's like,
But do you think that you would have approached that meet with the same level of tenacity?
nah.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like a give and take type of thing. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
It's funny you say that though, because I think there's a good example of someone who gets a lot of shit talked about him, and you never see him or hear him address that person after he wins, because he does win a lot. And I think he's a good example of like how you can. I don't know what goes on in his head, but I don't know if. Yeah, bro.
yeah, LeBron and Skip. As soon as he said it, I was like, yeah,
But like, it's not
yeah.
only Skip, but it's like everyone else
the
in
media,
the league. But
yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
but LeBron, like he'll never win and be like, all right, Skip, that was for you. Like he'll never say some shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like it's just like he gets a lot of shit talked about him, and he wins, and then it's like, okay, like let me go back to living life with my family. That's how it should.
You know
be.
what? You know
That's
what?
how it should be.
You know what? Now that I think about it, not to ride your cock, but like,
Jeez.
I'm like a lot of this shit is. But at some point, someone was talking. I'm like, whoa, I'm cheese right now. I'm fucking sauce. But
wow. Whoa, that's not. You can't even pause that. Like,
Yeah,
there's really
my-
no way to
my
get
fault.
around
I don't know
that.
if I should throw up or get up, man.
my fault. Fuck, man. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about how like LeBron locked in whenever he went to the Miami Heat, and then locked in that second year. Like, I forgot. Honestly,
No, because he had a lot of shit talked about him that summer.
But it's because the first year.
Yeah. Okay,
The first year he got
clowned. He got clowned. Second year he came in. I'm not gonna say any names, but remember that conversation we were having about how, like you said, everyone was like doubting, like you putting out new shorts and all that type of shit. Like they said that shit was stupid. It's kind of like when he won that championship, it was rumored that he had like a list of people that he wanted to like fucking go off on, but he never did. He just celebrated the championship. So I wonder, like, do you ever get to that point where like, I feel as though like maybe people are proving like or people are saying like you're not gonna fit to do this, or like this is stupid, like that, like people don't like this type of shit. When you succeed, are you succeeding for yourself, or do you want to go and tell those people like, yeah, you stupid motherfucker, like this shit was what I said it was gonna be?
I think initially it's like that because while I'm preparing to do it, it's like that in my head. But when it happens, it's like, I mean, like you said, it's like, damn, like I don't really need to go out of my way to say some shit or do some shit. Like it's not. This is the thing. There's no point in doing that. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's a good thing to like use it as motivation, but like I think the most healthy, in my opinion, the healthiest thing to do once you win is just like, bro, and celebrate it with the people that matter, and just keep it pushing. Facts. Like there's no like for me, it's foul play when you go and just like rub it in someone's faces and do all that stuff, because like I mean it's not gonna make you feel any better, and also it's just not good energy. And for me, I think if someone really deserved it, like I'm not a bitch. If someone really deserved it, then, okay. If you were really talking crazy on my name prior to the thing happening and I did it, I would definitely like. Yeah, like how you memed that boy. I'm not gonna lie. He deserved to get me. He deserved that's some disrespectful. He deserved it. He deserved it. That is some disrespectful shit to make that his profile picture and just clown you.
So people were like,
he wanted you to lose.
Yeah, that's so what. So like, people were like, why'd you take that so personal? Can you imagine someone like Charlie? Can you imagine someone putting their fucking profile picture, right, and saying, Inaka's launch is going to fucking fall on his face? Yeah. And they had that for like 4 weeks straight.
Absolutely not. I think.
And do you think do you think that you shouldn't take that personal?
I think I would get into the most disgusting bag to where like I would probably take a snapshot of our Shopify and send it to him. That's disgusting. But so I think that's how bad I would get. Yeah. Or I'd buy him something really expensive and be like, "Yo, take this, bitch." But that's like. You don't do that to people unless they really like that guy.
Some people
he deserved that.
Some people really ask for it. Like some people like it's like, okay, like I normally don't do this, but for you,
I got you. Yeah,
I got you. Like,
why do you want you to fail so badly? Like, was he friends with another competitor? Or like, who was this guy?
My whole thing is like, honestly, I still want to make amends because like I've noticed that I don't want to go through life with bad energy. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That was a moment, but I could be not so much like the bigger person, but like I could also acknowledge like, okay, like that was that moment. Let's try to move past that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what was going on. I think it was like one of those things where you want to predict the future and look like you were right before you were right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he made his profile picture that to show people he was on that wave before it actually happened. So
interesting.
So now that we're talking about powerlifting and your meet, you've won 6 times, right?
Yeah, overall.
So 6 overall, and this is on a national level, or like I'm kind of familiar.
Isn't it 3 worldwide and then 3?
So it's 2 worldwide, and then it's 4 US.
Cool. Yeah, cool. So like 6. This is how many years is this in a row now? 4.
Yeah, 4 in a row. Yeah.
So 4 years in a row, and this is just for your weight class, right?
Yeah.
And so like out of these 4, like which one's your favorite?
The first.
The first,
no doubt. The first. I feel like that first time where you kind of break that barrier, you can't recreate that. Mm-hmm. There's no recreating it. And I don't know. I feel like just think about the first time you did something. Yeah. Like something big, something that was dope as fuck, and like you were successful at it. Like you cannot recreate that feeling ever again. Everything else is going to be its own experience, and it's going to be great. Don't get me wrong. But that first time where you start realizing, wow, sky's really the fucking limit. Mm-hmm. You can't recreate that feeling. And it's also like, oh, this dude's a new kid on the block. Like, so you start moving a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So it's just like the awakening of all of that. So I feel like it's like that with success in general. Like, let's say like you're, I don't fucking know, like an actor or some
Yeah.
shit like that. You get your first big movie, or like you direct your first big film or some shit, and it goes crazy. You'll just never recreate that feeling because you're going from like working in humble beginnings, and then like those humble things that you do in private now explode onto the scene. So it's like, bro, you can't recreate that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty similar to like Jordan Peele and Get Out.
Yeah.
It was like he broke the box office, did crazy things, and after that, now he's just like making a lot of money. I'm sure he doesn't feel that same feeling.
Yeah, it's impossible. I feel like equate it to, I keep trying to draw parallels, but equate it to like your first big launch where like you broke a huge barrier. You're like, your mind just fucking blown. You're like, oh shit, like it's fucking lit. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Everything else after that, it's almost like an expectation.
Yeah, it starts like normalizing.
Yeah,
right?
you normalize it. You're like, okay, if we don't hit this,
Then wow,
Yeah.
then fuck, it sucked.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
But
saying?
if you go back to the
if you
I
go back
feel
to the
you.
first, so it's just like
That's how I felt this past Monday.
you don't feel anything, right?
I thought I
You
was
just-
going to be a lot more excited, and I don't
Yeah.
care anymore.
Yeah, that's
truly
like
don't care.
That's what success though, man. That's like
Yeah.
you're a prisoner of your own success. It's just like
Facts.
when I won this
That's
past
scary.
Worlds, when I won this past championship, I was like, I want to go back home. Like
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like I just want to go back home. And it's like you almost kind of devalue what you're doing to a certain extent. So it's like sometimes you just got to slow down a little bit
And just take a step
and
back.
take a step back and appreciate that shit. So it's like I started. This sounds bad. I started drinking a little bit more.
Yeah.
I started.
Like just enjoying, like just having fun, right?
Yeah,
Like,
enjoying
the
crack
vibe.
again.
No. I don't. The people watching me.
Yo, I
the
started
people.
doing shrooms.
Yo, the people watching. I literally just like stopped real time. I was like, I started.
You're like, whoa.
I was like,
drinks?
whoa. I was like, no, because I was gonna say something else, and I was like, you know.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
do y'all talk about that on here?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, do.
We do, but like we don't because we really haven't. Like,
We don't care if you do, but why? Like, why can you not talk about
No,
it?
you can talk about it if you want to, but
I don't know if I
I don't know if you
I
want to
can.
talk about it.
I don't know if you should.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if you.
Man,
yeah.
fuck it, man. Yeah, I'm smoking a little bit more. Like,
Yeah, we lit now.
'cause y'all know me. Like, I mean, it's all good, bro.
That boy be high as
Yeah.
fuck, but. He's like, yeah, I'm smoking
But no,
again,
no,
man.
seriously, like y'all know me. Like it's not like I'm
Yeah.
a fucking pothead. Like if
sure.
I want to smoke, like I'll smoke, and I only smoke on the weekends, like when
Yeah.
everything is done, right? So
That's like what a piehead says on when he's in public. I only do it on the weekends.
nah, y'all know me, y'all know me. Don't do me like that. So yeah, I'm just enjoying like a little bit more of like
Yeah.
just what comes with success, because I know like number one, it's hard to get here, and then number two, like this shit is like a moment in time. It's not gonna be forever.
Truly
so,
is.
So just
Truly
appreciate
is.
while it's here.
That's a lot of. I think there's a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it myself, as you said you were too. Just reaching that level of success, and then always like feeling like you have to chase,
Yeah.
and not realizing that damn, you're already here. So just take a step back. If you've already gotten here, that shows that you can get anywhere else you want to. Take a step back, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and just enjoy life. Take a second, pause, and just enjoy life. I have to remind myself that a lot. And Casey, my girlfriend, she does a really, really good job of like, I guess like humbling me and like reminding me sometimes that you don't have to always work. Like that's why I don't come to the office as much and as early as I used to, because like I feel like, I don't know, I just get in these like these mind zones where I'm like, okay, like we just had a fucking monumental record-breaking launch. We have another launch that's 45 days ago. I have to start working on day one to make sure that launch 45 days ago or 45 days later, is better than this one. And I'm just like, fuck. Like,
You get trapped in that, like,
and I'm just like, bro,
It's a loop.
And then you wake up one day and you're super stressed. And for me, someone who deals with anxiety, you're anxious, you're stressed, and you're just like, fuck, like, man, like, why am I've already reached my level of success. Why am I still like stressed? I've already reached the numbers I wanted to reach. I've already done all these things I wanted to do. Like, why am I still stressed? Why am I still feeling this way? And it's because like, it's just that you're, like you said, you're trapped in your own success. You're trapped in always wanting to feel that level of success again and again and again. And one thing that I'll say is you'll never ever, once you hit that number, you'll never ever be content with like that. You're always going to want more and more and more. You can make $10 million and you can always want, you're going to want to make $20 million.
Well, you normalize fucking 20 minutes. So, okay. So like in our chat, we talk about how sometimes we have to bring it back. Josh does a good job of that, of bringing it back to just like, bro, like think about what we're talking about right now. Like we are super jaded. Like we're super jaded, and we like sometimes you just got to be thankful, bro. Like with what we talk about in the group chat, not everyone gets to talk about shit like that.
Nope.
So it's just like you have to understand this shit. Number one, this shit ain't normal. Number two, like, bro, be appreciative and understand, like, bro, just take it in, enjoy it. But going back to your point, like you normalize shit. Like you'll get to a certain level, and that's just the expectation going forward. And anything that falls like a centimeter short of that shit, like, you'll just be so unhappy. So it's just like, for me, like, bro, the last couple of months, bro, I cannot sleep for shit. Like during the week, like if it's a work week, I cannot sleep. Like my anxiety levels are so high, my body will not let me go to sleep. Like I'll go to sleep for probably like 2-3 hours. Yeah. I think I said it in the chat. Like I'll go to sleep for like 2-3 hours, be up at like 3, and I'm just up. And
what do you associate it with, or what do you think is the driving factor of like
everything, bro?
Just trying to grow GBT, trying to run the gym, trying to
GBT, gym, personal, social media, everything. Like literally just all that kind of stuff runs through my mind. And like with the way anxiety works, it's like you literally go through like 500 million scenarios, and like you're just stuck, and I just can't sleep. Yeah. So it's like one of those situations where it's just like you try your best to just be appreciative of what you do have, and remember, like, bro, I remember when I used to be at my mom's crib, like writing on my whiteboard and shit, and it's like, okay, you've reached where you wanted to go.
But you still want more.
Yeah, but you still want more in a sense. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I've normalized, like at this point, I've normalized everything that I've done. I'm just like, I mean, you know, I expect that out of myself. So now, if I fall short of anything, it's just kind of like extreme, like anger and upset. Like you just get pissed. You're like, fuck. Like,
you feel like you let yourself down in a sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I think Shawley this year has taught me a lot of just like,
because I used to be in that bad.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 2019. I think 2020 a little bit. It was
2019. We were just, I wouldn't even say this was like the breakthrough year for Inaka, but we were just like, just grinding. Just
you don't think this was the breakthrough year?
This year?
No, 2019. 2019.
Yeah. I think 2021 was the breakthrough.
Yeah.
No, I said I don't think 2019.
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
But this is the year we were kind of like, I guess,
grind mode for real.
Grind mode and just trying to lay, I guess, a fraction of the foundation. At that time, I thought I was laying the foundation. I wasn't. Very, very, very far from it. But I was trying to lay down the foundation, and I was just in the same, I guess, mental state as you. I was just like, man, like I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping like 2 to 3 hours a night, and I thought it was good. And I was drinking copious amounts of fucking 3D and Monster and coffee and
C4. Remember we had the C4 at the office?
Just grabbing anything, energy drinks, just to keep me up. I was like smoking. I was doing all this shit just to like, I guess I thought I was de-stressing myself I was de-stressing myself with the smoking and the drinking, and then I was energizing myself with the caffeine and the coffee. Yeah. And I was doing it every single day. And people would always tell me, this is going to catch up to you. This is going to catch up to you. But for me, it was getting the job done. It was allowing me to go to the fucking trucker yard and doing all the orders we were doing, focus on the launch, focus on my YouTube, focus on competing. I remember I competed in my first NBC national show that year. It allowed me to do all those things, prep, business, personal life. But it caught up to me when I went to Cabo, where I thought I was supposed to be going on vacation to relax. And I had my first and biggest panic attack on an airplane as I was landing. And I remember having flashbacks of everyone, while I was having this panic attack, having flashbacks of everyone telling me that like what I was doing was going to lead up to this moment, and I was living in that moment at that set. It was crazy, and we were still in the air.
Yeah, I remember you text me,
bro. I was like 45 minutes out from landing, and like at that time I didn't know how to deal with anxiety. It was my first time I ever had my first panic attack, and Casey was next to me, and like I thought I was dying. When you have your first panic attack, you just feel like you're dying. You feel like life is literally. I thought I was dying. There was nothing I could do. I think.
You feel like you can't breathe, right?
I couldn't breathe. I was just sitting there sweating in the airplane, just sweating. I remember we had to fill out the customs sheet for entering international Mexico, entering an international country, and I just couldn't fill it out. I had to tell Casey to fill it out for me, and I was just panicking. And then finally, when we landed, it took a little bit of the edge off. But like that whole trip, I was just on edge and anxious, which led to me going to therapy, which led to me identifying the issues, which also led to me realizing like, damn, I needed to like, and it took almost 3 or 4 months to kind of, or 5-6 months to kind of get back to like, I guess some sort of normalcy, but just realizing that, man, like in those 5 to 6 months, I had to like tell myself, okay, I gotta like take a couple steps back and realize like, okay, like I'm doing well, I'm doing good. I've reached the level that I thought I was never gonna reach. I'm here, I'm doing me, and obviously like till to this day, I mean, stresses and anxieties are never gonna go away. But once you realize that like you've done all you need to do and you've reached the level that you need to reach, and everything else after is gonna come if you continue to apply work, I think it allows you to like relax a little bit, because I don't know, we all get caught up in just like trying to like Max. Actually, I watched Max's video the other day, and I mean, I'm not a fucking therapist, so I don't want to say what he's going through, but I think in his head, he's going through what I went through in 2019, where he feels like he constantly has to like, he's comparing himself. He said in his video, so I'm saying it. He's comparing himself. He's doing this, he's doing that. He feels like he has to do that. He feels like he's never doing enough. That's what I was going through at that time. I felt like I was comparing myself to someone like Christian, who we're sitting right
so
now.
tough.
We're sitting in a $20 million fucking.
We just fucking went through Alpha, and I'm just like,
bro, you can't compare yourself to someone.
Yeah.
He's years ahead of us, 4 or 5 years ahead of me. So, no, it's a scary, it's a tough situation to be in, and it's not easy to get out of, but it takes time, but it's possible to get out of it for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm there now, like with the way that I want to move with GBT next year. Like this year, I was just like, yeah, this year, like we fucked up on so much shit. So it's just like the stress now, or not the stress now. It's almost like now I've like acknowledged everything. So like now, like going into next year, it's like, okay, like next year, I'm fucking committing myself to the process, because this whole year, like I was trying to juggle so many different things, and it just like it reached a point. Like so it's like, I'm trying to open a gym. I've never fucking done a gym before. And then gyms cost a shit ton of money. That's the number, just a fuck ton of money, right? But then too, like you become like a boss of like 10 new people, right?
Yeah, I think that's like one of the hardest, not hardest, because I'm not a boss of anyone, but like seeing Shawley, and I'm like basically like his right hand man. So like I'm seeing like, okay, this sector of the company, they have their issue or whatever, and then you resolve it. And then now this person, they feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And then now this person feels a certain way.
Yeah,
but back in the gap, it was just me, him, and
so there's
Noah,
there's
him,
no
and Sam.
There's
it's
no,
like,
bro.
There's no you. So it's like you're learning how to deal with these problems as you're like growing the company.
Exactly.
So it's like you think, okay, now we hit this, so like I'm good.
Yeah.
But now you just hired 5 more people, and those 5 people have emotions, they have thoughts, they have ideas. It's just like
So it's like you run into that issue, because you're trying to manage personalities at that point. So you're just trying to figure out like, how do I go about bringing the best out of this person? And then some people you're just like, it's just not gonna work with me and you.
Yeah.
Like this is just not how. Like you're not gonna help grow our company, which is like a hard thing to say and like do. But like at certain times, you got to realize like, bro, this is on me at the end of the day. Like you got to grow this shit. So like with everything, like it all came together this year. Like with the gym opening, the gym was dope. But at the same time, you're tackling a lot of different people's personalities, energies. Same thing with GBT. Like I used to do GBT by myself, bro. Like, NCS, packaging orders. The only time I would have help was when I have people come in for launch days and like package orders. Other than that, like I was doing the dailies. Yeah. I was doing customer service. I was like printing out orders, all that type of stuff. So this year I wanted to grow it, expand it, do a little bit more. So I'm bringing more people in, but at all the same time, different personalities, different expectations. So like a lot of different stuff. So I have like 15 plus people that I have to like kind of just like be around and manage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, I got to navigate my way towards this. And I think just now, like literally just now, I got into a point where like, all right, I think I got a handle of this. Now I know what to do. So going into next year, now we could really like do what we want to do. So it's just, that's like one of the things too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I bet you for you, it's tough too, because it's like you're managing people on like for corrupted strength.
Yeah.
And that's his whole thing. Like their roles and responsibilities are different than someone who's like for GBT.
Yeah.
So now you're expecting different. You have to talk to them differently. They're all different people. And then at the same time, you're like jumping in and you're like, GBT, I have to do this, I have to do that. So yeah.
It's like a pee break.
Yeah, classic break. Bro. We always got to hit one break. We always got to hit one break, you know?
I got you.
Honestly, one little break.
I got to pee so bad.
One little break, one little commercial.
Bro, I was like, holy man.
Bro, you're like leaking right now.
All right, guys. So we are in the middle of the pod right now, but Want to come on here and make 2 announcements. So number one, actually before anything, thank you guys so much for your support on Black Friday. Absolutely killed it. All of these products are gone now. These are just the samples. This is literally all that's left. The belt sold out. Everything sold out. Actually, some shorts are still in stock, but thank you guys again. So for Monday, today when you're watching this, we just restocked all these Teddy tees. So the Sunrise Teddy is now in stock. This one, honestly, this one's gonna sell out probably like right when we drop it. So make sure you're on the site. I mean, honestly, leave the pod. If you're watching the pod at 10, leave the pod, go to the site, get the shirt. We got the gray one. And I might be wrong. This one actually might not be restocking. So if it doesn't restock, don't kill me. But I think it's restocking. But again, I'm not too sure. But I know for a fact this one and the first 3 are restocking. So use code MOB. Code MOB gives you 10% off and it supports the pod. So all the people you want to see on the pod, you guys asked for Max, you guys asked for Russ. Next, we're giving you CG. But the bigger names that you guys are sending at us, we're trying to make it happen, but we'll probably have to fly. So using code MOB is a direct way to support those type of episodes and just support the content that we're creating for you guys, because we really have fun with it and we just want to give back some way, shape, or form. And then 2, so I read all of the comments. I run the Instagram, I run the YouTube. So I saw a lot of you guys were saying I was saying yeah a lot. So I was saying yeah a lot. I think I got oh, you cut off so and so. So I want to apologize, because honestly that's how we talk normally. So for example, that's how me and Max would talk to each other, or Marco or whatever. So I was treating it as a discussion, forgetting that oh, there's people who actually are listening because they want to hear what they're saying. So apologize for that. I mean, I think this is my first podcast, so getting better each episode. I think this episode probably was the best on my end, as far as just asking questions and completely letting them talk and not really interrupting until their sentence was fully done. And then obviously I didn't say yeah as much. But thank you guys honestly for all the support. Obviously I think our last episode was our biggest episode, but all the not requests but recommendations, because I mean I listen and I'll text Serge and I'll text Shawley, and so I think anything that you want to see, just let me know. Comment, you can DM me, whatever the case may be. So thank you guys so much for all the support. We're really having a lot of fun. Each and every episode is getting better, and I personally think this is the best episode. So keep watching, finish it, let me know what you think. Comment down below who you want to see next. All right, now let's get back to the episode.
Oh yeah. I'm getting my TikTok game up. I don't even be on TikTok. I just
Say that for the Potter.
Oh yeah, okay. For the Potter. Full send, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking full send.
Slowly turning Shawley into Sean for real.
Little bender.
Yeah, it was so funny at the kickback. You're like, what is a bender? It's hard to explain, but it's just a bender, you know?
Yeah.
A little bendy.
A little bendy.
Nah, but what were you saying about TikTok? Trying to get into TikTok back?
Yeah, I saw what y'all did with TikTok, man. I remember when y'all first created y'all
Yeah.
TikTok. I was I was one
January.
of those people. I was like, man, TikTok's stupid as fuck,
Yeah.
bro. What's the point of getting on TikTok or whatever? And then now, obviously, I'm just
Yeah.
I need to get on TikTok.
Yeah, I think with TikTok, I was like, man, I don't know. I just Shawley. Well, so the story was we were still at the other spot, and I was like, yo, we were just now starting to do meetings. Mm-hmm. And in a meeting, I was like, hey, I think we need a Twitter account. At this point, we only had Instagram. It was maybe December of last year. I'm like, yo, we need a Twitter account. So I make the Twitter account, and then we were at the point where it was either, yo, we need a second customer service person, or we need to hire a full-time social media person.
Yeah.
And I've never asked, literally you can ask Charlie and Sam, I've never asked them for anything, but I was like, hey, I really want to do social media. I don't want to do customer service anymore. And I just pulled him aside. I was like, hey, that's what I want to do. So he's like, all right, bet. And I think I was like, yo, we really need to make a TikTok. And he was like, I don't know anything about TikTok. That's all you. Mm-hmm. And yeah, from there, I think I did 2 videos, and I just so happened to see Marco's TikTok. And his TikTok was gym brands I'd wear. and it was just like us and Dark Sport or something. But he said it in a funny way.
Yeah.
It was a funny ass TikTok, and then it was like right at the end of January, and we reached out to me and him, and then like the rest is obviously history. But like TikTok, I think has been tremendous for us. We just hit 44K. We're gonna hit 45K by the end of the end of today. But if you look at our numbers and you compare them to other companies, it's like
y'all are doing like real numbers.
Yeah, we're doing like TikTok numbers, and it's because I utilize Marco a lot, and he helps me too. Like obviously it's his face, but like I use it as if like it's like a creator's account. Yeah, and that's why the content like sticks well. It's not. I'm not always trying to like sell something. Obviously that's the main goal, but I think I study TikTok a lot. It was funny because when I made the TikTok, there's a guy on YouTube. I forgot his name, but it's like something Joseph. Oh, it's Joseph Todd, and he like studies TikTok, like and makes YouTube content. And I wrote it down on the board at the old place, and like I followed that. Like it was like post this amount of times a week, use this amount of hashtags, use this type of hashtags, use this type of content. And it's funny because we were talking about this earlier, but Max, so Charlie posted it on his story, and Max was like, oh, so basically you don't know, right? Or he was under the assumption that there's no algorithm to TikTok. He was like, oh, so basically you wrote all that down just to say you don't know anything. Yeah. And because like people assume like because the algorithm is so crazy that you can just post whatever and some things pop and some things don't. It's like, no, there's a reason why some videos do well. And if you look at our account, our views are like consistently like like a good video for me now is like above 50K.
Oh shit.
And our average is like 25K or something like that. So
because for people listening, like those are like real engagement type of shit where it's like you have a loyal base. Because like I'm sure you know, since you do the social media and like influencers, right? Or okay, so when you're scoping out an influencer on TikTok, I mean, they could have like 300,000, but like if their views are super scattered around, like they might have, like they average, I've seen this shit. Like I've seen a motherfucker have like an average of like 8K views, but have like 300,000 followers. I'm like, that just means you had a couple videos that popped 100%. And then that's it. Like you're not a real, like you have no real influence. Yeah. Like, so there's like a big difference to that. You could have a popping account, but not be of any influence.
Facts. Like one thing I learned is like, you can be a good TikToker for sure. Like you make good content, and you're a really good content creator. Like you make good content, and your content hits the For You page, and people follow you. Yeah. But it's like you're following someone that you don't like. It's kind of like, do you follow any like fashion pages? No. Or
on Instagram?
Like Instagram, right? Like not fashion pages, but like guys who just like put together crazy fits and they put like crazy reels, right? It's like fly shit. You follow it because like you want to see that, but you're not really following because that specific person.
I have no investment in that individual.
Yeah, like if he dropped a brand or like if he...
I wouldn't purchase.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's...
I mean, damn, that was pretty hard.
Not like that, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not investing in
that person. You don't even know who you're following. Yeah, I think TikTok is a lot of that. Is like, and these kids, and they're smart, they're like, yo, I have 500K, like sign me, or I have 500K, give me a brand deal. And it's like... And then a month later, you look at their sales and you're like damn, shit. You have 500K? Yeah. And it's tough. But there's some people who really grind TikTok. And I mean, to me, all the athletes, like this year, all the athletes that I signed were mostly from TikTok. So I have TikTok, I have like a special relationship with, because it's like when I look at these athletes now, our athlete list, our top like 15, maybe 13 of them, 12 of them I signed personally, and I have a personal relationship. And it's through TikTok, and it makes my work feel validated. Yeah, because it's like, yo, I did that 100%. I did this 100%, and then it's like, it shows like, yo, I actually know what I'm doing. So
yeah, and that's a play that I've took out of your book. Because I'm like, I didn't know if you controlled the Instagram, or like, do you do like all social media or whatever, or?
So me and Instagram are still him. Okay, like it's still it's like a collaborative effort.
Yeah, collaborative effort.
The main Instagram, but everything else is pretty much.
Because I'm like, god damn, like. I don't know if Ann doing this shit or what, but that's y'all. You got that shit on lock. That shit y'all like the Twitter is dope. The Instagram, like the way you guys formulate giveaways and all that stuff is dope. The TikTok is dope. So it's just like I'm trying to figure out like, okay, like how could I incorporate this?
Yeah.
Like, what things can I take from here?
Yeah.
Like, I used to never fucking do giveaways. Like, yeah. I think like I remember someone asked me sometimes like, yo, do a giveaway. I'm like,
why would I give away?
Yeah, like, why would I give away shit? Like, I never looked at it like that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like y'all have like extreme success with giveaways. Like that's like one of y'all's main things, like to get people engaged. So I'm like, okay, how could I incorporate that shit into what we do and get people hyped for launches? And same thing with TikTok. I'm like, all right, we need to get on that. We need to get on that shit too, including me. So I'm getting on TikTok and I'm trying to use it to push the GBT stuff.
Yeah.
And then like obviously GBT is gonna start rolling too.
Facts.
But like Marco gave me some good tips on that. And I used to think that you just throw shit on TikTok and shit just gonna pop.
Exactly.
But it's like there's a method to it. And I talked to him about it. I'm like, damn, I ain't like, he really knows what he's talking about. So I'm all right, cool, let me try this out. I did it and I shit you not, like literally the first time I tried 100K views. I was like, I was like, all right, because I average like 20, like 20-ish, 30. And I'm like, and I'll have a couple of videos that pop here and there, obviously. So then I'm like, okay, let me try what he was talking about. Literally 100K.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn.
Jeez, yeah.
So then I got another video that just popped. It was like, it's like at 100K or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I know the formula now. So if I use this formula on this particular video, it's gonna do even more. I'm like, all right. So like I see how it's I see how they playing it and like with the hashtags and all that. So
it's dope. I remember, man, when Marco first flew out, so like the TikTok at that point was literally just me creating like good videos, and it was growing.
Yeah.
But when we flew Marco out, I was like, yo, let's make some TikToks. I kid you not. It was like first video 75K, next video 100K, next video 100K, next, like it was like, bro, I was like, wow. And then I realized like it's part of his, like it's his face. So like when someone sees his face, they don't know what account it's from. They're like, oh shit.
They just see his face and
And so the one time that I randomly uploaded something, we had all the influencers down. And do you remember the I don't know if you remember the trend, but it was like the jugging and finessing, I be jugging. It was like
I honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I get on TikTok, post, and then dip out. Like I need to do
like, surfing TikTok is like a different level of like energy. You need
I'm not even gonna front to you. Like I'll keep up with, like, I'll see the trends that are popular just by chance.
Yeah.
And then I might feed into it a little bit, but for the most part, I literally just post my own type of shit, and it usually picks up. But
every time I'm on TikTok, it like almost gets me in trouble.
What do you mean?
That's your For You page, though, man.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, no, that is. That's your For You page, like, man. No, yo, like, they serve you content that you want to see.
All right.
Awkward silence.
No, it's not that. I don't. Okay. I don't get on TikTok. So like, whenever I do get on TikTok, it's like you have some kid that's fucking doing a Mentos soda challenge, and then the next one is a girl shaking her ass, and it just so happens that Casey's like always next to me. I'm like, hey, let me just close this app out. So that's why I don't get on TikTok anymore because of that reason.
Oh man, the For You page is pretty strong though. I'm not gonna lie. For You page algorithm is pretty strong.
Yeah,
it's not.
It was like Mentos. Yo, there's just you're the test group. They're like, let's see someone to bite.
Yeah, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
But it's not. I truly isn't.
I don't blame that. I believe you, dog.
Yeah. The trend was
I might delete TikTok.
Yo, the Inaka TikTok's gonna be gone. He's gonna be, yo, fuck that TikTok. Nah, the trend is like, it was a dance, and it was like finessing my way into. So like it would be like girls are like finessing my way, like. It was like, I love anime, like, so it would be like a girl, like, in quotations, I love anime into some dick, like, or like a guy would be like, I'm a sad boy into some pussy, like that, that Twitter, it's like that Twitter, and so ours, it was a dance, and I had all the athletes lined up, and they were dancing down the hallway, and it was,
I remember this
I'm an athlete, I'm gonna knock an athlete my way into some pussy, is what I said. And we were on the way to dinner.
You see that on TikTok?
Yeah. Our TikTok is like, it's
pretty brazy.
It's pretty brazy.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. And we're on the way to a dinner. And then we were going to go to the club. It was like 10, or we might have been leaving dinner to the club. And I'm in an Uber with all of them. And I'm like, man, like, I want to post this video. Like, when should I post it? And they're like, all of them are just like, fuck it, post it right now. No hashtag. All I did was mention them. And it got like 300K views. And it was just it was like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
But now, so if you study the analytics, I know, okay, when are our users on the most?
Yeah.
And so it's 9 p.m. for us. So now during a launch, I post daily, if not twice a day. But like typically I'm like once every day, once every 2 days. But 9 p.m. Like it's a TikTok, and then I wake up and it's like 13K, 15K.
How do you do that? You just bang out a shit ton of content during the day, or like
so
you just have some shit sleeping like.
So like right now I have like maybe 3. Like so like before the pod I recorded like 2, just to hype up Cyber Monday. But like with me and Marco, it's kind of like we'll if we have ideas, we're like, all right, we'll record it tomorrow, and then, like if it happens, it happens. But like for a launch, there's like a full day where I'm like, all right, let's knock out these 6 or 7, and I'm good for the week at that point. And it's just like a edit, caption, and it's good for the week. So with launch is when I'm really, really focused. Like I have a specific day, but like from this point to like the next launch, it's kind of just like, all right, Marco, when you get back, we'll do this, this, and that, or we'll share ideas. And it's whatever. Kalo helps too. Those two are the most help.
Yeah, because I feel like staying on top of that shit is pivotal when it comes to like trying to grow a business or whatever. Yeah, like TikTok, you gotta get on that. We were talking about the NFTs. And,
yeah, that's a good segue.
Yeah, what is like Decentraland or all that? Like, you know, just trying to get back on that because, I mean, I don't know if y'all are paying attention now, but like y'all's favorite clothing companies are trying to come out with NFTs and all of that. Like the Hundreds I saw. I think Macy's or some shit like just random ass companies.
Warren Lotus.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone's doing NFTs now. It literally just happened like
And what's dope though is that we're still early. Like
very early.
Super early.
Still pretty early.
Super
because
early.
like you don't want to hop onto something as soon as it pops because like then you could just invest at 15K and you lost it. Like you just literally threw it away.
And I think that's why like I think these times is just one of those times where like you know how like I hate bringing this up, but you know, like when this is like a pretty shitty example, but it's like I guess the best one I can think of right now. When Dogecoin popped off that one time, and everyone was just like, "What's Dogecoin? Like, I'm not gonna invest in it. It's stupid, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do that." And I was kind of one of those guys. I kind of got in like maybe halfway through it, where like, okay, like this shit's making people money. Let me try it now, and I made some good money off of it. But I think this whole like culture change that we're going through right now where like NFTs are becoming popular. Mark Zuckerberg just announced the Metaverse. Everyone's freaking out. Facebook changed their name to Meta, or they have like a new name called Meta now. These are those times where like a lot of people aren't going to want to believe that this is true. And if even if it is true, it's not going to pop off. But the people that are actually like investing or actually aware and realize, okay, something like this happened in the past and I missed it, I messed up and fumbled a big bag, all by clicking a couple of buttons. They're realizing now, okay, let me just listen to like the younger generation and realize, okay, they can actually, they're the most important part of our civilization, 1, and 2, they can actually change the world with what they're trying to do right now. And these are one of those moments for me now where like, even with Ant and TikTok, when Ant started TikTok, I never thought TikTok would be as lucrative, if not more lucrative than Instagram. But now it's proven to me to be very, very lucrative. Now we have the Discord. The Discord is another insane form of social media that's helped Inaka in so many ways. So I think now with all these couple of things, TikTok, the Discord, and now these new NFTs and getting into NFTs, and then the Metaverse, trying to solidify a storefront in the Metaverse, tapping into the both universes that are like the most popular right now in the Metaverse, it's making me realize, okay, like it's time to kind of open your eyes and realize, okay, like there's room for change, and change is here. Change is here for sure.
Also too, there's no stupid ideas anymore in my opinion. Like when it comes to like it, when you look at it's like how much, like what am I gonna lose investing into this? Like you're not gonna like maybe NFTs and shit, maybe this is just a moment in time, right? Maybe it doesn't pop off, but like what if it does and you're just moving off the fact of like, oh, I'm not gonna do it because it's like just stupid, right? You just miss out on, like Charlie said, a huge bag. But like when you really look at it, it doesn't cost you anything to fucking just go into it, so it can't hurt. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to miss out on another opportunity like TikTok. I remember when TikTok was like sending us emails to promote their shit. I remember I'm like, what the fuck is a TikTok? I'm like, shit. This was like way back in like 2020, like 2019. Yeah.
They were begging people from IG to come over.
Begging people to like come over and like join TikTok and like all this type of stuff. And I just never got into it.
Yeah.
So it's like now, 2 years later, now I'm finally getting into it.
And those were the Addison Rays, the
Charlie D'Amelio, all them.
All those people. Now look what they're at now.
Yeah.
They have like shows on Hulu and shit. It's insane.
So it's like I don't want to miss out on another thing like that. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm never downplaying anything new, like
calling anything stupid.
Yeah, I'm never calling anything stupid. Like I'm literally just here to open my eyes and figure out, okay, like how can I put myself in that space going forward?
I think that's why I know we were talking about it earlier. Like you didn't really say, but you were like you mentioned Weeze, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to. I don't know what you just mentioned.
Oh no, he's super heavy into like NFT. Like that's literally what he does all day. Yeah. He's not training. So it's like I definitely want to pick his brain about that shit. Yeah. And
I think
figure out different ways.
It's very important to surround yourself with people like that are younger and like tapped in, because it's like Charlie wouldn't have the time to scroll TikTok.
Yeah.
But like every night before I go to bed, like I'm scrolling it just to see like, okay, what's I'm like consuming the content of like what's popping, what's not. Like even with NFTs, like maybe I don't have the capital to invest into like a $6,000 NFT or a $6,000 whatever, but I'm just aware of it, and I'm like, yo, I know what's happening. I'm not like, I literally know, okay, what this is, what it is, what value does it bring to people. Like I just don't have the capital to be like, yo, I'm gonna invest $6,000 into it. Yeah. But I know, okay, Inaka does, so I'm gonna share that idea and be like, yo, we should do this, this is how we should do it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't own an NFT doesn't mean like, and that's what I want, because a lot of people are like, I did a poll on my Instagram. I was like, yo, do you know about NFTs? They're like, nah, I don't really know. It doesn't seem like safe. It's like backed by crypto. I don't know about crypto. And like, I don't have no money to invest or whatever. It's just like, you can still learn about it in some way, shape or form, benefit from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, man, it's important to be in the space at least.
Yeah.
Or at least have someone that like can bring it to your attention. And then you're like, all right. Word. Like we talked about the meta. I'm like a huge believer of the meta, and like a huge, like when it's a thing, I'm gonna be really into it. And it kind of started as a joke in the office of like, oh, and the meta. And then I think when we started talking about NFTs a little bit more, when Warren Lotus dropped his, we were like, all right. Yeah, it's like this is a brand we really fuck with Warren.
You're like, oh fuck.
Okay, yeah. And then I think Alex at the Kickback was like, yo, Chris Johnson is like moving all his stuff. So it's like when it's people that you kind of like respect and it's like, all right, this is legit. And I think he was like really into it, like download this, and Charlie's coming up with ideas. So it's like I think it's definitely the future. Like a lot of people are kind of like, oh, I don't know, but my one like you were saying, my one tip is like, this shit's gonna happen regardless at the end of the day. Like whether you like it or not, like the metaverse and all that shit, you can say it's crazy, you can say Mark Zuckerberg's trying to take over the world, you can say whatever you want, but like
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So it's like either you benefit from it or you don't.
You know what's so funny? I don't even think, like, I personally don't think this shit's gonna take over the world, but at that same token, like, that's not gonna stop me from getting invested into it.
Yeah.
Like, I need to figure out what the, like, because the chance that it does, I don't want to be out here looking stupid. Like, it's like, there go Russ, dumbass. Like, you see Russ, like, he thought this shit wasn't gonna happen. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to a point where, like, I'm low key becoming an old head.
Yeah.
So I gotta look at the younger generation to help me out. Yeah. Because if you're an old head and you're just by yourself, you're gonna think everything new that's coming out is stupid as fuck. So that's what I'm saying. Like with Weeze and like other people, I'm like, all right, bro, like put me on game. Like tell me what this shit is about, because I see you post about this 100 miles per hour. I don't give 2 fucks about this, and I don't even know about this shit. So tell me what's up, so I can at least give myself a chance to make a decision going forward as to, okay, like, do I want to put some assets into this? Do I want to help?
Yeah.
Or do I want to put some more resources in this and hopefully like have something pop up later? But not doing anything is something I'm not finna do. Like I'm not doing that.
Definitely start with just educating yourself and just learning about it. That's what I've been doing the past couple of days. And I mean, now I'm just like, for me, my opinion is that, like what Ant said, this is actually going to happen. Like this is really going to be the future. People fail to realize that like Facebook and Instagram has been like one of the most powerful corporations, powerful forces in our planet since 2008. Prior to that, like they've been running shit since 2008, even prior to 2008, and a lot of the things that they do shift the market. a lot of the things that they do shift the way we think, shift the way we judge each other, shift the way we act, we think, our opinions, our political opinions. All they have a strong power of influence on civilization today. And if we spend on average 8 to 12 hours a day on our phone, on Instagram, just tapped in, scrolling, opening it back up, posting stories. When something like that becomes, it's kind of like when Instagram stories became a thing. Everyone thought it was stupid. No one wanted to get on it. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I was like, I'm just going to post pictures 10 million times a day. Fuck stories. Like, I'm not going to watch your story. Stories are now my favorite way of communicating with the world. Now we're about to tap into something where we're able to actually like fully immerse ourselves essentially into this virtual reality where we're able to dress, show off, make money, interact with new people, talk to people, mingle with people, play games with people, and actually feel like you're doing it. It's not like you're just looking at the phone. You actually feel like you're doing it.
Can you like, never mind. Can you have like sex on there?
I know
I'm sure.
Because bro, I'm being like, it's kind of a joke, but it's not because I feel like people are gonna immerse themselves so much into it. Like,
oh yeah, bro.
That's how you're gonna like find people. And
the way I look at it is that now, so you saw that picture of him creating the glove. There's a picture of him saying that he's working on the glove, bro. That's just one. Yeah, that's one item from this whole thing.
Yeah. So my thing is like maybe you could create like a full body suit.
I think it's gonna be like a full body suit.
There's gonna be a full body suit. Yeah.
Like you don't have to leave your crib to fuck a girl.
Yeah. Full body experience. You synchronize it Bluetooth
to have sex with a girl. That's not really aggressive.
You synchronize it to Bluetooth with the Oculus.
Yeah.
The Oculus, and it's your whole body. At that point, you have the gloves on, the bodysuit, and you have the Oculus on. You're fully in the metaverse.
Yeah, you're gone.
You step in water, you get a cold sensation in your legs. You touch fire, you get a hot sensation in your left leg. You get touched in the dick, you probably get a vibration in your dick. Like it's that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. It's insane.
Because like when you think about it, like I used to play RuneScape, so like I don't know about.
Did you have a girlfriend on RuneScape?
Yeah,
I did too.
Well, this is actually pretty crazy. I was like a girl in RuneScape.
Wait, so you had a boyfriend?
I didn't have a boyfriend.
Woo! Wait, you had a relationship partner?
Oh, we potted now.
You had a boyfriend, so you had a relationship partner that was a guy on RuneScape?
I don't know if he was. I think it was
okay.
No, we potted now. We potted now.
It was a girl too, but like her character was like a guy. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
Whoa.
But think about it though. But think about how
but
think about how scary that is because like if you in the metaverse, I could just make myself a girl and like.
You know what's crazy though? Have you watch Free Guy, right?
Yeah.
But this is a perfect way to like. I think in the metaverse, people are gonna like.
You will become who you truly feel like you are.
You're gonna fall in love with someone on the metaverse, but the emotions are gonna get so strong that you're gonna want to jack out of the metaverse and meet that person in real life. So let's say you live in China.
You mean like come out of the?
Like you're gonna like be like
it's also e-dating shit.
I can't take like having virtual sex with you anymore. I want to have sex with you in real life.
Yeah.
Let's jack out of the jack
Why
out.
do you keep saying
jack out is
that's what threw
sick.
me out the first time. Like
let's just leave the meta.
Like let's leave. Why do you say jack out?
Let's unplug the metaverse and let's fly. Let's meet in LA. She comes from China. You come from Houston. You guys meet in LA. You guys have tons of sex because you guys think you guys love each other. Or you guys love each other off virtual reality. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. Obviously, back then as a kid, you didn't have that. You couldn't do that as a kid. But that's how I feel it's gonna be like today, for sure.
No, honestly, that was the first time I think I've ever said that out loud.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a great episode. I should
have kept it to myself.
You should keep that for sure in the chambers, man.
Yeah. Making a girl on RuneScape is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I had a sex change. Like you can have like you could take a potion and turn into a girl. I think I did that.
That's wavy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna clip the part where Russ is like, I think I had a sex change.
No, God, please no.
When you were never mind.
No, man.
But no, I think it's dope. Like some people are scared of it, and I can understand. But
I'm scared.
At the same time, I think it's gonna be helpful for people who, especially people with disabilities, where your brain's functioning, but certain parts of your body don't, or your body doesn't, or you're paralyzed in some parts. Like from that perspective, I think it's really dope. because I have a cousin. I don't know what she has. She's like a really close family friend, and but she's almost like you know how Stephen Hawking's like his brain is like it works and he can function. Oh shit, he can function through a computer, but like his body doesn't function. He can't speak. Something similar to that, and I feel as if your brain is functioning, then you can function in the metaverse, and then you're able to be like just go through the metaverse in a way that you couldn't experience in the human reality. You know what I mean? So I think from that perspective, it's dope. I think
because the reason why I'm scared though is like, look how we already handle social media now.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the scary part. I feel like people are already like depressed. Anxiety levels are crazy. People are watching other people flex on IG. It's making them sad as fuck.
Yeah.
You take that to the next level, I don't know what's gonna happen with all that.
Yeah.
The thing is, in the metaverse, I imagine this thing where like, instead of you like walking on the street and no one knows or cares if you have money in the metaverse, when you tap in, let's say I'm looking at Sergio's avatar, you'll be able to see like what Alex was describing. It'll be more cool to have a Lamborghini in the metaverse as opposed to having one in real life.
Yeah.
So having a and the thing is, in the metaverse, you probably won't even get to drive it. It's just it's an authentic NFT from Lamborghini itself, signed by Lamborghini with an authentic barcode that you paid probably $250,000 for because you just have that much money to spend and flex in the metaverse. So in the metaverse, you're walking around with an authentic NFT attached to your avatar that says I own a Lamborghini or something like that, you know? Or you just you toggle that person's NFT, or you go to that person's like gallery in the NFT in the metaverse, and you just see that they have an authentic Lamborghini sitting there that they paid actual $250,000 for US dollars for. So I think that's going to be the new flex, and it's just going to be out there in the open for everyone to see. And that's what's going to become the competitive thing, where people are going to like take this whole like competitive flexing to another level of just like trying to shit on each other, spending and people are going to spend so much more in this metaverse. Think about how like when you're paying $2K and you buy something
like with the VC, right? Yeah.
You spend like $50 on something VC, and you're just like,
I've spent.
Why did I like?
Bro, I've spent copious amounts of money on VC.
Why the fuck did I do that?
Like Call of Duty points, Fortnite skins. Like if I really just went back and all the DLC that I like wasted that absolutely meant nothing in real life, like the amount of money. Upwards of like $2,000.
But you did it just to flex on your friends that would come onto the Blacktop.
Because the thing is, like, I swear to, I promise y'all, this reminds me of like RuneScape, World of Warcraft, like all those games. Like when you plug into those games, you see a character, you're like, God damn, that motherfucker dripped out in adamant armor. Like, he got the adamant on.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you're like, fuck that shit. Like that shit is expensive.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, this is like one of the things that actually intrigues me. Like what is it? The Decentraland?
Yeah, Decentraland.
Like that interests me because like I come from that world of like I like Sims, RuneScape. Like I used to like that type of shit. And I used to flourish in those things. So I'm like, okay, let me check this one out because I actually relate and I like it resonates with me. So.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of gamers. The guy that you sent me, the one that was talking about NFT, he was talking about how a lot of gamers are like that ecosystem of gaming nerds of like that are into this type of thing are going to like it a lot because it's like. We've already been in this shit. Like when you create your own world in Minecraft, like that, bro, like you're literally creating your own world where you can invite your friends in and your friends could be elsewhere in the world, but like y'all met in Minecraft and y'all, it's obviously not as like involved as the meta, but it was like, yo, you would meet in Minecraft, y'all would do whatever, y'all would build houses. So like, it's not as foreign as people think. Like, really bro, I was talking to my cousin last night at Thanksgiving and her sister, also my cousin, I was telling
that walk.
That walk. That Thanksgiving walk?
That pre-Thanksgiving walk.
With your cousins? This guy. This guy's not cultured.
He was inside. He wasn't outside.
He wasn't outside. Bro, you never smoked on Thanksgiving?
Oh, no.
Honestly, I never have either. I'm just.
I know. But you know what it is, though. Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Like, being high.
It wasn't like a normal thing that I did. But
yeah.
Last night I put in quotations the walk because I was walking with my grandma.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, there you go, Ant.
yeah."
I see you, bro.
bro. I was like, "Yeah, nah." That's why I put the walk. I was literally like, my grandma had my arm, like
You were smoking a joint. When she
yeah.
was walking with
Me
you?
and Granny were smoking, you know. Nah, but I was telling her like, bro, her cousin had every Sims. I mean, her sister had every Sims game, had every DLC to the Sims, had like, and my tia, she was like, oh, I don't know about the meta, I don't know, like, whatever. And I was like, bro, your daughter is like proof that like people are gonna be invested into this because like she was living a whole fake life, right? Like a whole like.
I mean, yeah,
Fucking
Sims
Sims
was a fake ass life,
bro. Like a Sims, like she literally had a sim and put her through college with like that university download and then like job, and then they have kids, and then, like I'm like, bro, like
ahead of his time.
yeah, it's like,
I love Sims. Developed my love for architecture.
yeah,
Like off of Sims alone, I wanted to be an architect. Like I
That was a fun ass game.
I love
it really was. It really
That was
was.
a super.
You would
fun
buy
game.
like you'd buy money and then like use it to build like your homes and buy like like the best kitchens and like furniture and shit.
It's fun being able to create something. Like it's part of a human. Like a human. I love creating something. Like I love like like you said, like just creating the architect and stuff.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm not doing it in real life, but in some way, shape, or form, it's a way for all humans to be able to do it. And I think that's why the metaverse is going to be. It can be fun. Like one point, my tia brought up that was like, "Oh, there's no laws," and I was like, well, someone created that shit. So at the end of the day, like if someone's going AWOL, they can do something. I don't know.
I brought that up too. I feel like it's only a matter of time before the government steps in, and it's like
Somebody has to.
They have
right?
to.
It's gonna be soon.
I would want the government to step in and kind of just like set some kind of guidelines for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get to a point where like everyone's so invested in it that it starts becoming like dangerous in the real world.
The only way.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, Ready
best
Player
movie
One.
to kind of like.
I almost watched that movie last night because I was just so like on top. I was just on the topic. I was really invested in it.
The only thing I don't know is like, so since most of these meta like worlds are backed by the blockchain, like the crypto blockchain, like I don't know if the government actually can get like into it, because if they do, then they're able to like now regulate crypto blockchain. So like I don't know if it's going to be a thing. Because if they start regulating crypto, it's like, okay, like now it's not even a decentralized.
The government
thing.
can do anything.
That's what
They
I was
can,
say.
but I'm just saying like
That's
people won't
feel
want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
feel you. It's just I mean, the government.
The government's gonna. They're gonna
find a way.
They're gonna find a way. For
do you
sure.
think?
There's
Do you,
no way.
do you ever
people,
think they're gonna like regulate crypto and stuff or no?
I think they'll. I don't think they'll regulate it as in like make sure they're getting a piece of a pie. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, 1,000%. You can't have people
just
like
making
us
money,
making tens of millions of dollars, and hell,
That's how they. I mean, they stepped in with.
They're gonna have to jump.
They stepped in over the pandemic whenever people were day trading and shit.
Oh yeah, that was
and
insane.
Dogecoin
literally,
was-
like
yeah.
you
That was
literally
insane.
saw in real time, like, yo, I can't trade right now. I can't trade. Like
That's
nothing's
so
happening.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
bro, people do that shit all the time.
And low
like,
key, when you think about it, we still haven't gotten an answer about that shit. Really.
yeah, it was kind of just like, oh
It's
yeah,
like, yeah, our shit just.
yeah, we
lied.
just did it. Yeah, that's so insane, man. I remember that. Like, what was it? Like, it was AMC, and then what was the other one?
I forgot the other one. I know AMC was the big one.
Yeah, I forgot the one.
Because
But
AMC was first, right?
Yeah.
And there was another big one after that.
AMC and then GameStop.
oh, GameStop,
Okay,
yeah,
Because
GameStop.
people were making stupid money,
Bro.
Stupid bread.
But that was just a glimpse of the government saying, okay, like y'all need to chill. Like y'all becoming too rich.
yeah,
Too rich.
yeah,
rich.
for sure.
It's like, all right,
Oh, the black people making too much money.
yeah, I was gonna be like,
Yeah, you
my
can
friend-
say it, man. This
No, I was
pod
gonna be
is-
like, all right, the darkies done got.
I mean, shit, true, man. A lot of people.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
black. Every
darkies cracked the code. We gotta
Yeah.
stop. We
a
gotta
lot,
They're
of,
like,
a lot of
yeah.
minorities are becoming really rich, man. A lot of minorities were. But
yeah.
it was like the first time that like everyone was just like, man, you know what? Like, let's just get together and run this shit up. Like, what was stopping everyone in that it was a Reddit, like the subreddit. It was just like, yo, fuck it. Wall Street bets were like, yo, let's just run this shit up. That's dope. I mean, it's weird that they regulated that, but shit, it is what it is.
it's here. Tap into the Decentraland if you haven't. I'm gonna make some time to try and tap into it tonight. Especially since I got the goggles. What is it? So what did the goggles come with? Does it come with a game?
I don't know if it comes with a game. It might. Like I think you're able to download like certain things.
Because like you should post a video of you like
I am. You did
sure.
remember that one time at whatchamacallit we did?
Where?
What's that place that we went to as a team?
Oh, that was
Andretti.
The place,
Andretti.
Andretti. Yeah, that's like a glimpse.
Bro,
of
that
like,
was you. I really felt like I was there. It was crazy.
Yeah. So it's like
it's wild.
Man,
you're gonna have that at home now.
Insane, man.
Damn, you better make sure like you're not around anything.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. I'll do it upstairs.
But could you imagine like playing back in the Gap, like playing Halo, and then you put on the Oculus, and then it's like you put on the helmet, and you have them. Yeah, like
oh my god, that'd be
bro.
crazy.
It's so fun. Like I downloaded I was bored. I downloaded the new like Call of Duty, and I was like, damn, imagine if like in the Metaverse. I played like zombies like one match. I was like, man, imagine in the Metaverse if you can like go to a certain world and it's just like, all right, you're now actually playing zombies.
You
with
get
your
real
boys.
mad with Call of Duty too.
Oh yeah, I do.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
I've never because Ant's like you're chill. You never get mad. And we were playing Call of Duty. I'm like, damn, is he mad for real? He's like, you're a fucking loser, bro. Like you're a fucking bitch. Oh fuck, man, fucking pussy. I'm like, damn, like I can't tell if he's mad for real. And you were like dead ass.
It was when we were playing with Noah. And like what's funny is like you actually like didn't have any idea how to play Warzone.
Yeah, I was trash.
But you're my boy, so I was like, I'm not gonna yell at him. Like this is my actual like I mean Noah was my boy though. But it was a different relationship. But like man, Noah and Will, like when they were like Will tells you all the time, man, like when someone's like not good at the game, it just irks me so much because I'm so invested. Like, bro, if I went down, I was like, where the fuck are you? Like, why am I not, like, bro, I'd be like fucking meters away. I'd be like, where the fuck are you at, man? Like, where are my teammates at? I remember one time I was playing with Noah and Will, and they were just straight garbage that night. Like, straight fucking garbage. And, like, I get mad and I'm yelling, or I get even more mad and I'm quiet. And I left the game, and then I posted on my IG story where they could see it. I was like, yo, does anyone want to play Warzone? I need competent teammates.
That's crazy.
While I was in a party with them.
Oh my god.
It was so funny, man.
Fuck.
But yo, before we wrap this up, I know we talked about NFTs, we talked about Inaka, we talked about GBT, but a lot of people want to know Inaka time GBT 2.0. There's actually a Twitter account that's you see it? Bro, there's a Twitter account who tweets us every single day. They tweet the GBT account, they tweet the Inaka account. They're like day 17 of asking for the collab 2.0 every single day. So it's like day 17, day 18, day 19, day 20.
You know what's so funny? It'd be those motherfuckers that never purchased too.
Yeah.
Like every time someone asks for something, it's like, okay, bet, like here, it's finally here. And it's like, no one buys it. I'm like, bitch.
They're like, oh my God, bro, it's sold out. Like, shut up, man. Those people were the worst.
The hype for it is gonna make it even like better though. I think it's happening. So we're just in the process of production, but the hype that's being built up for it, I almost think it's better that we waited to make it right. Obviously, materials, products, everything's gonna be a lot better. The rollout, the products, everything. So, it's coming. Yeah, it's just taking.
Because 1.0 was huge for us.
Yeah,
like I remember
that was like one of the shifts too. Where we were kind of like realizing we were like, oh fuck, like certain things are possible in this realm. So
at that point, that was like our biggest launch ever.
Yeah,
that was our biggest launch ever. That was 2019, right?
The very end of 2019.
Yeah, very end.
Like October, November, right?
Yeah.
So this one.
Bro, you remember when we had belts like all outside of the warehouse? Like we had all the belts. I remember you and Duhan like came to get a belt, and I was like, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing having to grab a belt out of a box that was like sitting outside of our room because we had no space. Like it was like, and we literally, it was like that was the first launch where I was like, yo, we've really outgrown this space because like we had tables outside of the room packaging like GBT shit, and it was. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that day was like wild. Because I remember you hit the chat, you're like, bro, 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Now, that launch was dope. That launch was dope. What I really liked that I want to do again is how, like, the pages were synchronized. When, like, we post something, they would put something, like, it was like this. Yeah, that was dope.
That was,
for sure.
Jasmine.
Yeah. I think now we all have, like, bigger platforms and like more platforms, so we can really run it up.
Everyone's elevated too in their craft, so it's gonna be fun. It's happening. It's gonna be way better than the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
Way better.
For sure. That's a shot.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's take
No.
another one.
I was joking.
Hell no.
I was
Get another shot. And
I actually have
to
to-
like bring us back up, you know.
I'm about to go work out.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I have to work out too.
But no, this was a great episode, man. I really enjoyed you coming on. Obviously, thank you for
sure.
the card. Thank you for the
Appreciate you.
the Clase RUSSWOLE.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, we can try to run it like a full GM podcast. Hopefully next month.
You know what's funny? Like we'll try and do it, and then like we'll all fight again.
Yeah,
Nah,
Inaka Radio, eh?
We can do it. We can do it.
Yo, Alex is gonna be upset if I'm like trying to moderate. I'm like, yo, right there, Inaka HQ.
He'll
You know?
hit you with this. Yo, let me talk.
Yeah.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
No, we can get everyone together.
Nah,
When does Josh come
For
back?
sure, yeah.
Josh should be back like December or something.
We should plan it for when he gets back. I'm
Yeah.
down.
We can
should
run it out
actually-
there,
Yeah, we run
like
it
all
out
those
there.
chairs, because
Yeah.
like in here we'll be packed, and we could just do like multiple cameras. Be dope.
I bet $100 it'll probably end in like something. Like someone's gonna
argue about
someone's
something.
gonna argue about something.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you know what? Since it's in December, we should do it as like an end of the year wrap up.
And the
Like,
Oh,
yo,
like
album
that.
of the year, movie of the year, like
through
shoe of the year. Yeah,
Go through everything that happened.
like a
this
list.
year.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be
See
fun, man.
it's people's opinion.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good end of the year wrap up for sure.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
So, I mean, I'll just have y'all can text about it in the chat. I'm down whenever.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, great episode.
Yeah, man.
Keep doing it. Keep killing it.
No,
Glad
y'all
to have
keep
you on.
killing it, man. Like I said before, like y'all are inspiration for real. Just like setting the playbook of like what to do. So keep doing y'all thing, man.
For sure, man. See y'all guys next episode.
All right, bro. I'm out. Oh shit, bro. I can't wait to have Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm starving.
Yeah,
that was long as
after that
shit.
tequila.
Yeah, that was 2 hours, right?
Fuck. Because I looked at the time. I'm like,
you know
there's
what's
no
funny?
fucking way it's 3.
What's funny?